Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of Night Quest with CMoney and Doodle. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday, or as we may call it, Beanie Gang Tuesday.
Beanie Gang Tuesday, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you so very much for rocking out with us today. Let's get it.
Let's get it. I gotta say, I appreciate Fuzzy's commitment going
full beanie.
Full beanie.
Yes.
Can't see
Shout out to
nothing.
Fuzzy.
Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. But thank y'all for being here, man. Appreciate it. We got some wild news, unexpected news.
Ooh.
But thank you guys for rocking out, man.
Yes.
And of course, it's a Tuesday night, man, which means it's not just going to be Doodle and I. No.
Mm-mm.
We got the homies here with us.
Yes.
Okay. And you see him. You see the beanie. That's right. It's our boy, motherfucking Pharaoh Bazaar in the building. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you loving the chief in the background.
That's right.
Talking about.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Just watching, just sitting back watching the Xbox domination effect, watching all the ponies panic as if we don't have 15 games already coming out this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're crying about one delay. These motherfuckers can't even cap one game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here?
I don't even think that's a true delay. I think that's just symbolic of Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, and they were planning to drop around the same time that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out.
I think Fable is like a landmark release for them. Like, I think it's going to be a huge deal, and I think they probably wanted to do that in the fall to make it kind of like put a stamp out there.
Yeah.
But if Grand Theft is going to come out probably in like September or October, it's kind of like, nah, we could wait.
And plus, you wanted to have
this is like the other game, like Avowed, how it got pushed back for Stalker. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like there's already a game there. Let's push it back. And we saw the benefit that Avowed had. Oh my god, it's such an amazing game, right? So
and we know the Xbox tax exists, but I think they also have in mind they wanted to at least be able to contend for Game of the Year when it does, whatever year it does drop. So I think it just made sense to push it a year if you know Gran Turismo. I mean, I keep saying Gran Turismo. Grand Theft Auto is coming out this year.
The game's name has never been said more often.
Yeah, must have got a pony bot shot today or something. I don't know.
Right? Listen, what are those Tuesdays?
You never know, man. They out here in these streets.
Stay trying.
And then, of course, it's not just our boy Pharaoh, but of course we got our boy, the homie, Mr. Motherfucking Fuzzy.
Yes.
Belvedere. Welcome.
Let's go.
Thank you for being here, bro.
Oh yeah, glad to be here with you guys, man. Yeah, there's been some news out there, but I think the bigger news is how many people are enjoying Avowed right now, and the fact that
oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, we got one delay, but we already had a full lineup leading up to June, and man, I can't imagine what they're going to show us here in June. But I got some whispers that it's going to be pretty outstanding. So, and yeah, with Grand Theft Auto coming, we don't need to put Fable in its crosshairs kind of thing. I mean, yes, it'll probably stand up on its own, no problem. But why do that when you got a ton of games that you can just kind of put out there when you need? You got games in the pocket. You're good. So
agreed.
But question is it truly a delay if you never announced it was coming out in 2026? I mean 2025 to begin with?
They did announce 2025 though.
They did?
They said the year, but we've seen that same thing with Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I mean, God of War Ragnarok was what was that, 2021 or something they said? And
but even Phil, like either end of last year or early this year, kind of somewhere he talked about the games that are coming out in 2025, and Fable was in the lineup. So it definitely is a delay. It's just at the end of the day, what does the delay matter?
It doesn't at all, though. I think that's the bigger thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're gonna get into it, right?
We
Obviously,
are. I'm excited.
That's the first topic, so we're gonna hop in. But that being said, you know what this is, man. We're here with the homies tonight. You guys are live in the motherfucking building. We gotta
Yes.
shout out our peoples. Okay, we gotta shout out our homies. We gotta shout out our supporters, man. You guys are the shit. But clearly I didn't go ahead and delete this stuff. So let me do that real fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Beautiful. Do a little bit of that. Night. Beautiful. Okay. Gorgeous. Done. Beautiful. All right. So of course, you know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody who supports us over on Patreon and on YouTube as members. You guys are the shit. Thank you all so much for the support. We really appreciate y'all. But of course, we do have to shout out our elite members.
Yes.
We have the homie Big Boy Mike and the homie Dark Angelic.
Let's go.
And of course, our inner circle member. You got our boy Big Migs Gaming.
Let's go.
My dude. Appreciate y'all, man. Your support means a lot to us and it fuels the channel. It's the reason why we think about doing more and more and what we try to, do cool shit. So
yes.
Definitely appreciate all the support there. But of course, man, you know what the fuck it is, man. You guys here live in the building right now.
Woo.
You guys are supporting us in such a major way. Just being here with us, man. Chilling with us, rocking with us, live in the building. So thank y'all so much. But of course, you know the drill. Not all of you are equal. There are 3 of you who are better than the rest. That's right. 3 chosen people.
Damn.
Who got here before everybody else. Okay. That's what makes it special. All right. And you're only special for today. You got to do it again tomorrow in order to stay special. All right. But today you're special and number 1 special.
Ooh.
That's right. The man.
Tell me.
Who was so early.
Damn.
He got a chance to do 4 posts before number 2 walked in the door.
Damn.
That's right.
4?
It's our motherfucking boy.
Who?
E-Ranks.
Let's go.
Top. He ain't taking shit.
E-Ranks. He was showing off. He was like, let me see how many posts I can get in there.
He got 4. He said, hey, yo, Xbox butter.
That's right.
Fable
emojis.
Looks incredible. Let him cook. We'll be good over here. Motherfucker did 3 sentences in the one. And then came back with the hit the like button on your way in.
Yes. Shout out to E-Ranks. That's swag right there.
That is swag.
Hit the like button. Share the link if you can. That would be fantastic. Guys, thank you for rocking out.
Absolutely. Now number 2 in the building.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did you think we were going to stop at number 1?
Did you?
No, I was waiting to go to number 2 in the building.
Who is it?
Our boy, Coach Hoodie Canuck.
Fam Jam. That's right. I know he wouldn't let me down today.
Canuck 48.
Yes.
Coach Hoodie Canuck 48. This is different.
Yes, he changed it.
Canuck 48.
That's right.
Is it 48 reasons why you weren't number 1?
He's got 48 reasons to play Avowed.
Oh shit. There's a lot more than that.
Yes.
Goddamn Avowed. Fucking amazing. And then of course rounding out our top 3. He's no I lost the word. What's the word?
He's no stranger.
Stranger. Goddamn.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ooh, connected, baby.
I love that. Look at how she read my mind. She walked in there. She said, I find that word for you. Here you go. He's no stranger to the top 3. That's right. It's our boy. Be nice.
Be nice in the building.
Be
all right.
nice
Let's go.
Building.
All right.
Thank you guys for being
Thank
here.
you.
Appreciate it. You guys are the shit. Of course, today you are the specials. So I'm going to go ahead and put your names in the banner. So it's reminding everyone to see who was the most special today. That's right. It was E-Ranks.
Yes.
It was Canuck 48. And it was Be Nice. Look at that. Done. Officially the specials. Thank y'all so much, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking out.
Absolutely, man. I see all the homies in here too, man. I see music, again, he thought he was gonna be there, that he's not. You know what I'm saying? He failed miserably, but that's okay. No biggie. Cage in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being
Cage,
here,
we hope you had an awesome freaking birthday, bro.
We need kills in
Yes.
the building. What's
What's
up,
up?
man? Holy fuck, says Xbox fam. I hit level 1,000
Mm.
in COD.
Let's go. Shout out to We Need Kills. That's how you do it.
What the fuck is level 1,000? Like how? Like that's literally like I'm level 1. I'm level 2. Like counting to 1,000. Are you skipping? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fucking lot of levels to get to, dog. Holy shit! Damn!
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Coach got back to us and he says that he's 48 years young.
Oh, that's what I'm
That's his
talking
Nice.
age.
about. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ryu Art Gaming, what's up, fam?
Yo.
What's up, player?
What's good?
Appreciate you. See, I listen, they're used to me putting the thumbnail up and like just minutes before, so they feel like they got time. It's like, no, fam.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today. It was
You gotta shake it
great.
up.
Gotta shake it up. Gotta shake it up. General Spartan in the building. What's up,
Yes.
fam? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. I agree. E Ranks, he says my first comment should have been hashtag here before music 72.
Ah!
That would have been a good one.
Woo!
I like that for sure. I
Let's
like that for
go.
sure. Mr. Money in the building.
Mr. Money, what's up?
What's up, man? Jonas the motherfucking dad.
Yes.
What's going on, player? No worries. Be happy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking go. We need kills. Interesting. Says I hope Microsoft buys WB. They own a lot of IP.
They
Mhm.
do.
I mean, but just buy Batman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just buy Batman or DC. Okay, do something like that. Just give me Batman. I don't know about the rest of the crap, right? Well, we're gonna talk about it, so I don't want to dive too deep into it, but I don't know. I really wanted them to, but after this, I'm like, WB is pretty much like.
Well, they tried to before they bought the Bethesda, but they didn't want to sell the licenses. They only wanted to sell the studios.
Yeah.
Well, that's some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some dumb shit. Because look at you now, shutting down studios. How you can't sell?
We'll see how they feel about it now, though.
Yeah, but now that they're gutted,
That's
now
true.
that what Rocksteady's
Listen.
on their last fucking, limbs.
You got to figure out what to do before you get to this point.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
then
maybe
you have
now.
mercy.
Well, maybe now WB will be desperate to sell that patent for what is it, the Nemesis system? Maybe
That's right.
Xbox can pick that up on the cheap since the studio no longer exists, but they still hold the patent as a company. Yeah, we'll buy that patent off you because who are you going to use it with? You're going to have Rocksteady use it? Yeah.
The question
Give me that shit.
The question is, did they spend so much time trying to make this game because they were trying to figure out a way to use their Nemesis system in the DC universe? And turns out, as cool as it is to make random orcs that are randomly generated, become your nemesis, in a DC game, you really don't want, Bob, Vila, the killer carpenter fucking becoming your nemesis. You know what I'm saying? You just want the actual villains. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like that might be the reason why they got fucked, because they made this thing and WB's like, yo, we patented this shit. You better use it for something. And Monolith's like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. We did something cool. Leave us alone. Oh my god. But I don't know, man. We'll talk about it more. User per games in the building. What's up, man? That one guy. What's going on, player? Abdel in the building.
What's up, Abdel?
What's up, homie?
How we doing?
Masshole. What's up, player? Cheese is nasty. What's up, man?
Cheese is nasty. I can't get
Cheese
with that.
is
But what's
nasty.
up, cheese is nasty?
I mean, listen,
how you doing today?
Look, mustard is nasty. Olives are nasty.
Not cheese.
But somebody thinks that the other ones are not nasty. So, to each its own. Spartan 661 in the building. My dude, thank you, my brother, for being here. Game adaptation newscast.
Yo, what's up,
man? Okay, I'm just gonna call you Gon. You know what I'm saying? Gan, Gon, or Tigon. Tigon? Nah, I'm just getting. It doesn't take more energy than necessary.
It is. It is. Put it to rest.
Appreciate you, brother, for being here. Throw
Thanks
away
for
everything
being
I just said. Forget it. Fill more pockets in the building.
What's up?
What's up, man? Xboxer Mike in the buildings. What's up, homie? Game Shark was going on, playa. How you doing, man? Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
Yes.
Twinkle, twinkle. Space Shot in the building. What's up?
You guys
man?
only knew how much CMoney uses
I love
Twinkle
that shit.
Twinkle.
I love
Twinkle
That's fucking
Twinkle,
great.
y'all.
I know it's Vince Vaughn who says it in some movie.
Listen,
but he doesn't say it the way I imagined
Mhm.
it being said. You know what I'm saying? Like when I imagine Game Shark saying it, it's twinkle, twinkle, baby, twinkle, twinkle. Like I can get behind that. You know
I
what I'm saying?
can't tell you guys all the details, but someone was getting to the light, right? And we were at a red light.
Mm. Mm.
And CMoney, and they just got there. And CMoney was like, "Green's mine, bitch! Twinkle, twinkle!" He just booked. I'm like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
The light turned green.
It
I wasn't gonna
did.
wait,
But they just
because
made it there.
they acted like they were about to cross the street. The twinkle, twinkle, baby. The light's green. Leave me alone. Fuck out of here. You better step back.
Green's mine. Yo, he was out. He was
Fuck out of here. Shit. So walk faster, bitch.
Oh, man.
Dude, Togo in the building, my dude. He got a list for us. Damn.
Let's
He
go.
says Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom, The Dark Ages,
Woo.
Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4,
Yes.
out at Towerborn this year.
Yeah.
Fable, Perfect Dark, E-Day, State of Decay 3, Clockwork Revolution for next year. We're set either way. Fam, it's almost comical. It's almost comical how many games we got.
It is. It's
comical.
crazy. It's crazy.
Like there's no sadness. First of all, Fable was still like far away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at the minimum another 6 months.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the year.
So it's not like it was happening anytime soon. It's not like it was right there. Like, oh my god, it's so close, I could taste it.
Exactly.
And then they delayed it. Like, no, I mean,
They
it's
didn't pull
a
the
reasonable
rug from
amount of time.
under us. And it's funny because I mean, I know we're going to get into it, but it's like, okay, sure, no problem. Like, it didn't really have an effect because we know exactly what we're getting this year. It's difficult to feel a certain way about it, especially when Avowed was delayed. And look at what we're having this February. It's insane.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's just the truth.
Hey, and if Fable drops with the new console that's supposedly coming in 2026, and you got new hardware to really show off the game,
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
could you imagine?
Well, so that will be more. So then that will be like a Starfield level delay.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I imagined Fable coming maybe September, October, like as like that prime spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes next, because you know the rumor is that it'll be next fall
Yeah.
that Xbox will come out. So then they'll be delaying it a whole year, as opposed to what in my mind I'm kind of imagining.
Oh, you're thinking,
as the
okay,
Avowed delay.
I hear you.
You know
I
what I'm
hear
saying?
you.
So
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's gonna aim for
Okay.
early next year to kind of slap shit up, because again, you know, this year it would have been the biggest banger, for us. But next year, when you got fucking Gears, you got Halo, you got a lot of shit, and all of a sudden Fable becomes one of many super high profile games. Like Avowed, I wouldn't say this was a high profile game. I feel like this was a game that pleasantly surprised me.
Mhm.
Right, I love it. It's probably one of my favorite games of like all time at this point. How much I desire to play it and just love being in that world, and never get tired of it. Like hours will just melt away.
Seriously,
Like,
though, it's crazy, and you go
it's not
through
even an open
almost like
world, it's a semi-open world, and it's fucking amazing.
you kind of go through withdrawals when you're not when you don't have the time you want to go ahead and get in
100%.
there that day,
100%.
So I don't know how you guys are feeling about Avowed, but it's made a big impact for
and I do want to get your guys' bars because it has been more time. We've been talking about Avowed fucking all week.
Oh my gosh,
week nonstop. Yo, we fucking love it
organically too. It's like it's hard to stop.
I do want to get your guys' feelings on this stuff, but yeah, I mean, so Avowed I wouldn't consider to have been like high profile. I know it was a big game that was coming, but like I think Fable, I think Doom, right? Like super high
A
profile.
lot of
Next
people
year,
waiting for it.
yeah,
Yes.
next year you got Perfect Dark, Gears. Like these are big names that people are waiting for. I guess maybe known names, right? That's what
Yeah.
Fable. People know Fable. People didn't know about like South of Midnight. It's amazingly exciting for us because we've put our hands on it and we love it and we can't wait for everybody else to experience it.
Yes.
But it's clearly, I mean, this is not a high profile, like super high profile game. It's a amazing game, super like fucking great. But next year is a lot of big names. So Fable gets put in that mix. So you're gonna
More commercial
tell
for
me you're gonna
sure.
have a Halo, Gears, Fable, and Forza year.
That'll be yeah, that's the thing. Like process that.
In 2026.
A year
I
where
feel
all
like
of them drop.
Fable,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
yeah, I feel like Fable has to be away from the next gen because it was supposed to drop this year. So you want to go earlier in the year and then let it have a nice update when the next game when the console drops.
Yeah.
Maybe they enjoyed what's happened with Avowed in February, right? I really like the fact that they went ahead and dropped a big game like Indiana Jones in December, and I was like, that is genius for them to do around that time of year when people are taking time off. February is, for a lot of people, it's very cold, really bad weather, and not a lot popping. It's my birthday month, so I personally love it, but a lot of people don't necessarily have much going on in that month because, it's like the peak of winter. And I think that it was amazing for them to drop such a big game like Avowed in February. Maybe they're thinking that December and February now are essential months throughout the year to go ahead and drop games. People are always like during the summer really busy. It starts getting warm during this. Like you have to know where you want these bigger experiences and where people may have the time to go ahead and really dive in. And I think this time of year is perfect for it. So
very possible.
We'll see.
Very possible. We got the homie Game Shark in the building.
Game Shark, what's up?
Thank you, my brother, for being here,
love.
man. Thank you for that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Ponies acting like us having too many games for 2025 is an L. They probably know the weather in Narnia because they don't live in reality. Oh,
Oh,
twinkle, twinkle, bitches.
Twinkle. They've been twinkled.
He put the bitches in there.
Yo.
I like that one too. Twinkle, twinkle, bitches.
Twinkle
bitches,
them
baby,
all.
whatever we want to do it. All right, I'm down. I'm down either way. That's just fire. Twinkle, twinkle. It's true though. Delusional. Now their new thing is, it's being delayed so that they can work on the PlayStation 5 version. Motherfuckers are so thirsty, yo. God damn.
Shout out to Golden. Golden says Avowed is amazing. Rewards you for exploring. It absolutely does.
Yeah,
Iron Nation in the building as well. Chris Brown, what's up, love? Thank you for being here.
What's up, player? Thank you for being here, man. What does that say? All TGE Xbox, all the Xbox alumni for the new console. Can you imagine they all show up? That'd be wild. Dark Angelic in the building. I see you, homie. Thank you for being here. Outward Lyric. What's up, my dude? Fuzzy Tomato. Good? What's up, man? Rachy. What's up, player? All right. Vontae in the building. What's up, man? Michael, what's going on, man?
Bunty in the building. What is up, love? I see
man?
Sin in the house.
Irel too.
Irel, what's going on?
Prime in the building.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I just heard shout out to Dirt Griggity, the homie. His father just passed.
Oh,
what a fucking string, huh?
Wow.
All around the same time. A lot of people's fathers are passing. It's crazy.
Shout out to Dirt.
Shout out to the homie Dirt.
That's
Shout out
wild.
to everyone who's in that situation right now, man. Oh shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But all of our love and prayers to you and your family, guys. This is, it's rough. It's rough for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Eastside Vandal in the building. What's up,
Eastside,
man?
what's good?
Infinite Hero, what's up, man?
I see Colin Prime. I see Michael Yu.
Michael, you in the building. What's up? What's up?
Going on?
So last night,
yes,
I streamed my first time playing on a big screen on Xbox or something like that. Balatro. Okay. Now it's in Apple Arcade. So I played it a few times on my phone. I think it's fine. I've been pretty adamant in my mind that it's not like it's a cool game, it's a good game, but it's not like game of the year or anything like that. And I still stand by that. That's still wild to me. But I did stream that game last night, chilling with the homies. And my first round, I got up to ante number 4, and I lost, and then ran it back and fucking took that bitch all the way and got a W, son.
Let's go.
And was it exciting? Yes, it was. It was very dope. It was very dope. But yeah, it was a good time. But on my second game, I got that W. If you want to see real true skill with assistance from people in the chat, check out that stream. Okay.
Well, carry by the chat.
Listen, I made my own decisions too, but he helped me. Like one of the homies, Trent 82, he was in here last night.
Let's go.
He was just helping me understand some of these cards that I didn't get.
Okay.
Like one of the cards that's
what's up.
The crux of my victory. I would have never even took.
Okay.
But he said to get it, and then it wasn't until I really looked at it that it's a 3 times multiplier that times everything, not just adds to the multiplier.
Yeah.
I didn't kind of grasp that situation, and then got that shit and just ran.
Sweet.
Ran with it. So it
was a team effort.
It was a team effort. It was a team effort. I'm in it now. I like it. I mean, I probably won't play it again unless I'm doing it on the stream, but still feeling it. It's a good game.
That's so.
PS5 blows in the building. Just facts.
With the facts.
Yeah, Walt Dickey, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. All right. Guys, thank you. Oh, Power Boss in the building. I see you, fam. All right. Listen. Mac, what's good, homie?
What's up, Mac?
Abed Kumar.
Colin Prime.
Oh my God. Because as CMoney yells, tinkle, tinkle, when he goes to the bathroom. That's some shit right there.
Oh, man.
Fillmore Pockets, that's wild. Is it dumb who did it? Rocksteady Studios founder Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker. Those are the ones that made the 100-star games that Xbox is publishing their game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that
the founders. I just thought it was like people from Rocksteady left.
That were brought over.
Like the founders who said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I can't wait to see what they're making.
Right?
All right. Sir X-Men in the building. I see you, homie. Thank you for being here. Double M. What's up, man? What's up, player? All right. Guys, you weren't here. Whoop, whoop, kid, what's up, fam?
Whoop,
so
whoop.
I do want to hear what you guys before we hop into anything. I just want to hear your Avowed takes.
Damn good. What's good?
One Punch Jedi. So I mean, Fuzzy, let's start with you, man. What do you have you been playing Avowed? Have you gotten into it at all?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Now I'm not as far as I probably should be, but I've been doing a lot of grinding as far as getting materials to upgrade like weapons and armor and stuff like that. But loving it so far. About 15 plus hours in. Combat feels great. I think the biggest thing that hooked me from start is the exploration part. Like I know people get tired of like all these little icons on mini maps. Like the big map doesn't really have all that many icons. It has like the things for the stores and where your quests are and stuff. But like on the mini map, you can see like the materials that you can pick up, whether it's, fruits and vegetables or something, or some sort of like parsley or berries or whatever. So you can heal yourself. But it also shows, and I'm playing it on normal, so maybe it's because I'm playing it on an easier difficulty than like the, kill me every time you swing at me kind of difficulty that it can be. You can see like the little enemy markers sometimes. So sometimes you're walking around, it might be a hill, and you see the enemy marker, but like I don't see an enemy. Look up, look down, nothing around. Chances are it's like there's a hidden wall or hidden tunnel or a cave or something that you may have missed the entrance to. So you wind up trying to figure out, well, where is this enemy hidden? And sure enough, they're usually protecting like some sort of like, legendary chest or something like that. So it's like, all right, let me find how to get into that room or into that cave or whatever. You get there and it's like it's a harder enemy because they either have like some sort of poison or other status effect that you got to be careful with.
Yes.
And then you get either better gloves or a better sword or something along those lines. So it's the exploration is rewarding, and it feels like it's natural. Like normally you'll come across like a side mission that might be on the way to a main mission, which that happens in this as well. But sometimes there's things that don't seem like they're related at all, and sometimes the decision you make on that side mission you stumbled across has an effect on the main mission, and you might either get a better reward or chased out of the town depending on how you decided. So I like that your decisions matter. Your choices can have either good or bad repercussions, kind of thing. And just the overall like I guess the party or the the companions and things like that, using them sometimes to cheese enemies, because a lot of times if you put the enemy in between you and your companion, they can stab them in the back and then they turn around, especially if they have a shield, and then you stab them in the back or something along those lines. But as you get further along, the companions, like their abilities can help with prepping the enemies depending on like what kind of magic you might be using. Like I think Kai has like a pistol that like sets things on fire, so he can kind of like prime them for that, or you can use your freeze attack if you have that magic, and then he can shoot them and then they'll like shatter and stuff like that. So there's so many different things to this game that I like. And like I said, only about 15 hours in, I've spent a lot of supplies upgrading my wand and one of the shields that I found that was, I guess, like a legendary one early on.
Nice.
And then the same thing with like one of the chess pieces, which it took forever finding that additional Adara and stuff like that. But I like the fact that anywhere it looks like there could possibly be something hidden, which the chests actually kind of sing, where you can hear that twinkle.
I love
this.
So baby.
So that's awesome, because you're like, wait, there's something here. It's like, all right, is it above me? And it's like, how do I get up to that top of that house, or do I have to climb this side of the mountain, or is there a pathway through? And it just leads to more exploration. And it's like, yeah, you were on your way to a main mission, but now there's like 15 other things that's kind of got you distracted, and all of them seem to pay off in some way, shape, or form, whether it's gear or figuring out a new ability. Like I've seen a few other people's playthrough. Now I haven't had to use it just yet, but the fact that you can have your freeze ability freeze like water, so you can make like little platforms and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is awesome. Like I love that this game gives you all of these tools. Now they don't necessarily hold your hand and tell you, hey, this is what you can do and that's what you can't do and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I stopped looking at some of the comments on social media because people were like all upset that you can't kill wildlife, which, okay, I get it. That's if that's all you're looking for, so you can, have your psychopath killer rage in a video game. I get you. I understand why you're upset, but if you play the game for what it is, it's an RPG that is, I would say, one of the best onboarding type of RPGs. Like, yes, all games have like their learning curve, and it seems like some of the enemies scale a bit faster, which is part of that learning curve in Avowed, but they make it so it's a lot easier to get into it and enjoy the game without having to worry like, okay, well, I can't mix this with this, or can I use a sword and a magic wand, and how does that play out and stuff like that. It feels like everything makes sense and is easy to follow, as far as like whether you're cooking food to get certain buffs or heals and things like that, or if you're trying to figure out what you can do with the spoiled food or stuff like that. I just love everything that they've done. Plus they've added so many quality of life things, like whether it's the transfer your stuff to the stash so you're not over encumbered. And over encumbered isn't quite as punishing as it is in
Oh yeah, way better.
like a lot of Bethesda RPGs, like
Gold
even
standard now.
Starfield and stuff. But yeah, I'm
Facts.
having so much fun with this game, and in a way, I'm glad that delay happened because it made it so we started off this year with Xbox first party with a bang. So if this is the game to start off the year, it only goes up from here, and this is already a heck of a start, and I'm enjoying it. So
Right. I agree.
Absolutely, man. I feel that, bro. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Telling you, man, we beat the game 70 plus hours and then jump right back in. I think I'm at another like 25 hours or something
At
like
least,
that.
yeah.
Like fucking loving it, dude. It's crazy. I never replay games, dude. And the fact that I'm replaying it and like loving it and like literally realizing that even the game that I gave a 10 to, I experienced so little of what it actually had to offer because I started going a little faster through it towards the back end of it. And it was like when you get to the where Thirdborn is and it's all like desert and stuff, there's so much other like there's I went pretty much straight to there and there's like this whole other area of like man.
Well,
I
you're
miss so
still
much, bro.
finding things that
So
like
dope.
and that was there were things that I had found, but you were like, wait, hold on. I didn't see this during the first playthrough. But exploring, yes, you do get really caught up with that. There are zones where like I went to like the main area and I already had all of the bounties like ready to go because I had been exploring and before I even got there, I had done it all. But yeah, it's crazy and it does get creative and sometimes you do hear those chests and you don't know. I was down in a cave and it kind of split. And from one side I can see and I can't get through, but I can see how like the amount of goodies are in there and I'm looking around. So I go the other way and there's like this little area. Obviously, you can't fit through, but I see through it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I shoot that with electricity, it'll light up and go ahead and open that door for me. And you kind of have to, like you said, Fuzzy, they don't hold your hand, but it's also not impossible. Like you go ahead and you put it together. And if you're curious enough, you will figure these things out on your own. And it's pretty dope when you do.
yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, this is that gem that I don't think people were expecting. And I know we got another one coming up in April with South of Midnight, but
yes,
I'm looking forward to seeing if we get more Pillars of Eternity sequels in the vein of Avowed, like in the future. Like I know they're working on the Outer Worlds too, and rumor has it maybe a Fallout, something of some sort. Maybe not New Vegas 2, but something Fallout at least. I would love to see what an Avowed 2 looks like, but I still got to finish this one here and just there's so much like in the 15 maybe it's 18 hours or so that I played. I'm only in that like Paradisia area. I love the NPCs and how the fact that you can not really argue with them, but say stuff back to them on the sly where it's like, you could either say, oh yeah, no problem. Or you could look at them glaringly and like, I dare you to, do something. And then you'll watch their companions be like, boss, I don't know if we should have this fight. Like he seems serious. He's like, shut up, I'll deal with you later. And it's like, you see that guy run off and the other one's got the health bar. So you can instantly like try and kill them. But yeah, just the fact that you can like talk out of the side of your mouth to people and then watch them run away. It's just so funny to me, like having those options. So yeah,
I love how blunt it is. It's true because one of my options, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it was like, what the F are you on about now?
Yeah,
and I'm like, let's go. It's feisty. Feisty gives you the option to go ahead and kind of either be feisty or kind of be more of a problem solver where you're trying to keep the peace even when they get a little nasty with you and get to kind of move forward however you want. It's pretty dope. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Scoundrel 451.
Yo, what's good?
Being here, man. It says always remember Obsidian are one of the goats in action RPG. Absolutely
true.
Yeah, I mean, people always act like like I know everyone loves Obsidian, but then it's like when they drop a game, y'all got all these complaints, but at the same time, you want them to work on so many different projects because we do, you know, everyone's excited about them working on something, but then they drop this game, and it's like, well, it's not anything groundbreaking. Like, man,
Well, that's what the losers say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what these fucking dirty, stupid ponies who are then gonna turn around whenever, sometime in the future, they say, "Hey, Avowed's coming to PlayStation." Oh my god!
But
they're gonna be so happy.
It's true, but listen, it's not just the developers out there that love to like talk crap. I think a lot of it comes, you know, from the our camp, right? That always want to whine and complain about some crap that it's not necessary to go ahead and whine and complain about. And you know, how do you go ahead and have these studios, when they go ahead and present to you a game like Avowed, continue to push forward, right? You want them to continue to deliver, you want them to continue to do more, and it's like, oh well, this is not there, or that's not there, or this didn't happen. It's like, it's such an issue because it's the mentality that is completely wrong. They're always looking for what's not there rather than what is there for you to enjoy and play. And I can't even imagine applying that to your personal life, because you can't enjoy I can't imagine you can enjoy anything. How can you enjoy anything if you're always looking for what's wrong? Even if what you're whining about, that it's wrong, it's not really necessary, or it's not really wrong. It's just an option. It's just a choice. It's just different. Right? I don't expect a game to come out and be the same exact copycat as the other one. I don't. I want to go ahead and have them be creative in different ways. And you know, it doesn't need to all just match.
Well, bro, real quick, that's literally what the homie Dan over here.
Dan, what's good, baby?
Our boy Dan Lazaro.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
for
love.
Super chat. Says, I must be basic as fuck because the naysayers tell me the story isn't good. Avowed has me fascinated.
Yes.
40 plus hours in and not bored yet. F gas.
Yes. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, we've known you for quite a bit. And I know this was sarcasm. It was sarcastically. You said that you are not basic in any freaking way. We enjoy the story just like you are, man. And it's so hard to quit this game.
So good.
It's so good.
It's just so stupid. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think those people are looking for. I don't think they're not trying to have fun or they're not having fun playing the game. I think what it is they want the validation of the ponies and the media. They want the ponies and the media to be like, wow, you really have a great game, and they're never gonna get that, and they're never gonna be satisfied until they get a Game of the Year nomination, or you know, they get someone from some big podcast or some IGN outlet saying that this game is amazing. They're not thinking for themselves and just saying that the game is amazing and enjoying what they're playing until someone else tells them that it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if I don't call out any little thing that someone else may call out, like that type of mentality. But to see, that's the thing, like your opinion should not be needed to be validated by anybody else. Like your opinion should be your own. And if you're looking for it to be, like you said, you know, second, or you know, these games to be approved by a camp that disagrees with everything that Xbox does, like that's crazy. You shouldn't need their validation. And if that's what you need, then your opinion's not valid, because your opinion is based on acceptance from another group of people that have this major hatred for the Xbox brand. And that's
It's like
the best way to put it.
It's like a high school mentality almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, the funny thing is, it seems like if a game is not instantly announced that it's coming to PS5, it gets that, you know, Xbox tax that they claim doesn't exist. It's
100%, bro.
If this game ever comes to PS5, it's almost like we should all timestamp a lot of these, you know, bad takes and be like, hey, I thought you said it was mid. I thought you said it didn't have, you know, any groundbreaking stuff, which, like, I agree with people in the chat. It's like, why is everything got to be groundbreaking when it's an Xbox game, but we don't ask the same of Helldivers or Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was more Spider-Man. It wasn't any groundbreaking really from the
Ragnarok,
previous
same
one.
shit.
So it's like, what are they asking of these games? But yet the minute it's
And
announced
what
for
is
PS5,
what
it's like,
is groundbreaking?
Yes,
You
and they're
think-
not
Yeah.
asking
tell
for a
me
damn
what
thing.
the
Like,
fuck game is breaking
yes.
ground?
Yeah,
and
I mean,
You know what
the
I'm saying?
funny thing is somehow we're hating when we go ahead and call anything out, and it's just like clear as day to see the issues that are there, and
Mhm.
somehow they don't even ask for better from their own camp. You're talking about a group of, and I'm not saying everyone who has that console, but there's a very hardcore group that has this psychotic mentality where it's whatever the heck whatever the heck they feed them, it's all good. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, right? Everybody has
Yeah.
one, just like an a-hole. Everybody has one,
Mm.
right? But it doesn't mean that it's not stupid, irrelevant, and a dumbass freaking opinion.
Mhm.
Facts. Only some deserve to get licked. Not all. It's very clear distinction on which ones should and which ones shouldn't. Okay?
They're not all built the same.
They're not all
Nah.
the same. It's not all built equally. Just saying.
man.
But it's true, man. It's true. Fuzzy, you fucking nailed it 100%. We've said this before, but if they would have announced that Avowed was coming to PlayStation already before reviews,
Mhm.
you wouldn't have heard any of this shit.
Yep.
People would have been fucking pumped. Look, every game that has been, look at that Dev Direct, right?
Mhm.
What game that was talked about coming to a PlayStation have you heard anything negative about
Exactly.
at all?
None. Yeah.
This is almost proof, right? Because they're going ahead and they've been all chill and kumbaya. And one of the things that we had mentioned is do not get comfortable. These games that we're speaking of are going to PlayStation. So is it that they're appreciating the games, or is it the fact that these games are going on that platform and that makes it okay? And here we go with Avowed, right? That has not been announced yet. And even, from the preview of South of Midnight, certain people were out there talking about the story, and it's like, and certain things about the game. And it's like, listen, from what we experience, we disagree 100%. And also,
Mhm.
like, you can't talk about the game as a whole when you were talking about a preview, and it's compact, and it's obviously a small taste of what's coming. So it's just, again, games that are not announced for the other platform, and here we go, we're already dealing with the nonsense. And again,
Yeah.
Fussy, if they announce Avowed going to PlayStation tomorrow, I think we'll hear some changes about
Different
the
words,
opinions
different
out
ways to
there.
come out for sure.
We got that 100% proof of Xbox tax when they were talking about We Won live on their show.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
which one? Who we
I
want?
think it was it
Kind of funny.
yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
funny when that blessing dude said we won when
Mhm.
Forza was
When it was
or
announced for
whatever.
PlayStation,
We
yeah.
won. Damn, the thirst is real, guys. The thirst is real. It's gonna be funny to keep watching them just pray and hope on their knees that these games come over, man. It's wild. Spartan 661 has a great point, man, especially when you're playing this game. It says
Spartan.
travel everywhere but where the main story arrow tells you to go. I gotta tell you, so when you go into your map, it's one of those worlds where the world fills out. So like as you walk through the map, it brings like color to it, right? Like where you've been
Mhm.
because it's filled in now. And I can't tell you how many times I looked at a piece of the map and there's like this little, like, I don't know, like oval area that I missed somehow. I like walked around it and did not go to that one little area. And then I said, okay, let me go there. And I go there and there's a chest hidden up somewhere, or there's a little cave or a little something. And it's like, damn, they packed the shit out of this game. Like,
Yeah.
Doodle and I were talking and we were like, yo, this is why 100% they could not have a horse or any way to ride around in this
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
There's too much shit everywhere. Like you would miss everything if you just hopped on your horse
From
bro.
point A to point B. Yes. And again, if you were on a horse, it's kind of like you feel more of that drive of like, okay, let me go ahead and get there. When you are, it's crazy because I'm like a bird when I'm playing a vow. I'm like, what happened? What I see over there? And I'm like, I gotta get back over here because I saw in that direction something else that I want to get to. Where do I go first? It's just like you just don't want to miss any little bit, and everything has a reason to go ahead and explore. And the problem is that you kind of get lost whichever direction you choose, and then you're like, well, hold on, I got to get back to where I was, but you no longer want to because there's so much more to go ahead and move forward with whatever path you chose. It's
Facts.
crazy.
Fatal Sock says had to give
Yo.
Avowed a shot with all the hype around it. 13 hours in and
Woo!
I'm sold.
Let's go.
Xbox better.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, listen,
I'm glad you're
especially with all
enjoying
the
it, love.
news we have going around, like it really shines a light on Xbox and what they're doing for this industry and for these studios and allowing them to cook. You know, we got a game that got delayed. Meanwhile, there's studios that were closed and games that were canceled, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But Farrell, did you get your bars off on Avowed?
No, but y'all covered a lot of everything I was gonna say.
Well, like, well,
Well, tell us, how are you enjoying Avowed?
You're thinking.
I wish I had more time in the game myself. But I do. There's like when people say there's no creativity in the combat. 1 second. Yeah, go on. When they say there's no creativity in the combat, I think there is quite a bit of creativity in the combat. There's so many different ways you can choose to attack an opponent, and like if you're not good at beating them in one way, you can beat them in another way. Like, you can kind of like, oh, I don't want to go sword for sword with you because you're better than me. Here goes this fire. Deal with it. And then you like. So I kind of like how you can always find a way to create an advantage against an opponent, even if that opponent's a little bit stronger than you. You can kind of use different skills that you have to still defeat them. I like how you can talk yourself in and out of fights. I like the conversation options. I like how like people in your party will kind of give you pushback on your decisions, and you still have the option to make that decision anyway. So you're not like always walking around with a bunch of yes men. It's like it kind of feels like
you can ask them what they feel too, right?
Yes,
like
their
certain
opinion.
times you could
What
be like,
do
let
you
me ask
think?
this too before I make this decision. What do you guys think? I like that too. I agree.
Yeah, I like that they're not like yes men. Like your party actually has like real input and like what they think. I like how they kind of created that dynamic within the game. And I like seeing like the different conversation options that you could have had. And I also like that like you can see like what skills you need to kind of get certain conversation bullets. So it makes you like want to like build your character out in a certain way. So like, oh, I need to make my guy more intelligent so I can say this, or I need to make him stronger so he can be like more forceful in the conversation. So I kind of like I think there's a lot of really great dynamics. I do like the exploration. I like how you can find little secret hideout spots and things like that in the towns, and it just there's people still finding things that maybe a bunch of people don't even know about. I'm sure this is like some secret Easter eggs in the game that we're going to find out like a year from now. So I do like that too. And I love how beautiful the game is and how creative you can be in the open environment, and finding ways to use your magic and things as tools to get from point A to point B or to open certain doors. So I hats off to Obsidian. They did a great job with this one.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get this motherfucker started.
Woo!
Let me take my chapter and let me get my where is it? Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't
wow,
be a
what a
bitch,
song.
Don't be a bitch.
Yes.
Don't be a bitch. All right. Okay. So did I get my chapter? No, I gotta do that right here. Bam. Okay. Wait, I gotta present. Boom, share. Just click here. Do that one. Do this one. All right. So hopefully,
Mm.
sound is going to be good. I mean, I'm not using it right this second, but I am going to use it pretty quickly because I do want to kind of hear it from them. They did a pretty good job. Wait, did I even write my? See, you guys got me fucked up over here. Where's my? Okay, here it is. 56. Sorry, 56. Okay. All right, here it is. So, big news of the day. It's actually multiple pieces of news during the day, but the big one for us here at, as Xbox fans is Avowed, not Avowed. I read Avowed when I looked at the picture, but it's Fable.
Fable.
Yes, Fable, the game that so many of us are so pumped to play. We've been waiting for it. We're so excited for it. Well, listen, it's been delayed. It's been delayed to 2026. And I want to actually go to the YouTube video because they did such a great job breaking it all up. So we can just go right to it. And I'm going to share this. And then let's hear it from them. All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's go here. All right, let's go. Tell me if the audio is okay.
A highly anticipated game
Yes.
that people would be very excited about that we haven't talked about yet, and that's Fable.
Yes.
So where are we at with Fable?
So I just want to start with really excited about progress, really excited where Playground are. We previously announced the date for Fable as 2025. We are actually going to give Fable more time, and it's going to ship in 2026 now. And while I know that's not maybe the news people want to hear, what I want to assure people of is that it's definitely worth the wait. And I have unequivocal confidence in the Playground team. If you think about their history and legacy for Forza Horizon, last two games critically acclaimed, 92 Metacritic, award-winning, beautiful, played great, and just what they're bringing to Fable as a franchise. Just think of the visuals of what you expect of Playground games, plus amazing gameplay, British humor, Playground's version of Albion, so inspired by what's gone before with the franchise, but their take in quite frankly the most beautifully realized version of Albion you've ever seen. So really excited about the plans and really excited about the future, and I want the community to understand that we do these things for the best of the games and the teams. Absolutely. And ultimately that results in the best games or the best game for the community.
And I think from your visit you actually managed to bring over some footage for us to see some of those beautiful visuals as well.
Yeah, so I think we're going to show some of the
hold on.
Hold up.
That's a whole different part of the conversation because goddamn does that shit look beautiful.
Yeah.
But yes, okay. So it's pretty clear that I think Playground is very well aware of their legacy right now, right? And the fact that yes, people do associate Playground with extremely high quality products, right? I mean, I think this is where Playground lives now. And I do think that they're going to be hypercritical of themselves. And I think that they're going to go ahead and really make sure that Fable lives up to the hype. And I think that's the main reason for this. I mean, he kept iterating here reiterating that it's for the best of the game, right? They're doing this because it's for the game. And you can see he was he was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a little nervous to deliver this news because I think he knows that a lot of people are like really excited for this, right? Like I remember years ago, when the rumors first were happening that Fable was being worked on by Playground. Like they've been making this game for a long time, but also remember they were also starting a brand new studio up, right? Like hiring people for it. Like this was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like this was not some small like
Task.
side project. They
Yeah.
came into this saying we're gonna do this shit big dog style.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right.
It's their biggest, it's their most anticipated dormant legacy IP.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah. I think Fable was a game that had like that was amazing, right? Like first it had that first hype period. I remember literally being in fucking high school, going to school early so that I could use the computer because I wanted to go and get on online and look at teamxbox.com, which is gone now, but I remember them. And they had this fucking amazing long ass interview with Peter Molyneux, and he was describing Fable and the idea of what it was going to be. Now it never became that. It still ended up being good, but it never became that. But I still remember the article, bro, where he says like step on a fucking acorn and leave and come back and the tree will fucking grow years later.
Yeah.
Like there was so much promise and hype that I feel like it sucks that Peter is I feel like Peter was before his time.
Yeah, like
if
right
he was
now,
young
it's
now,
possible. Yes,
he would have done amazing
yeah.
shit.
The intricacy and the creativity that he had was not for that time. It was ahead of it, but maybe that's what allowed him to continue to push. And yes, things maybe didn't make it out, but that idea and that reach is what made his games great.
It really did. It really did. Real quick, we do have the homie Dan Lazaro in the building.
Dan, what's
Dude, thank you
good?
for being here, man.
Thank you,
for the
love.
$5 super chat. It says 40 plus hours in Avowed, 380 plus hours Starfield, 800 plus hours of State of Decay 2.
Let's go.
Xbox games, Xbox Worlds hit different. Let Playground cook.
Yes.
Facts. And this is for what we understand, this is an actual open world. Right? So this has not been, kind of taken in a direction where they're doing hubs or anything like that, right? From what we understand, this is an open world
from
game.
what we know, it's an open world.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I remember I even see Amit Kumar, right? He says, I remember watching Peter Molyneux hype up that damn dog in Fable 2. Facts. Facts. It's true, man. It's true. Like I remember that shit. And Fable is just like it had so much hype around it, and it's weird because it didn't really live up to that hype, but it kind of made its own hype. Like it was still a really good game, and it did its own things really well. And I loved part 1. I loved part 2. Part 3, I think a lot of people didn't care for too much.
Yeah,
I love that one too, man. I thought it was dope. You thought you finished the game super early because like you became the king, right? Or the lead. I don't know if it was the king or like just the top of the whatever the name. I think it was the king. But then they flipped it on you, and then you had to rule as the king. So you became the king, and then you had to rule as the king and deal with people's problems and the bullshit that came with it. I thought that was so dope, man.
Yeah,
so dope.
I'm interested in how dark they allow you to take it in this new Fable reboot. Because like,
I mean, parts of it look dark. So,
but like if in Fable 2, you could have like a family and you could like come back and slaughter them if you wanted to. Like
you could, or you could have a family here and then go start a family
there.
Yeah, you can have a family in 2 different places. Like so I'm just wondering how dark they'll let you take it.
How much freedom they give you, and then you take it as dark as you want to take it. Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I mean that was the whole point of it back then, is that you could be as evil as you wanted to be. So
that's true.
I'm wondering how much they'll lean into that part of it.
Into that.
Yeah.
Have they discussed that at all?
No, they haven't. That's why I'm so interested.
Like I wonder if they're going to bring back like that, light and dark side, right? Like that evil or good, hero or evil. Right. And like it was pretty dope. Man, they really did some cool stuff, man, because it's like you could see the evil come. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start
I
doing
like,
horns and shit.
I had some friends do some pretty dark stuff in that game, and I'm like, that stuff would be really frowned upon today.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll even allow those scenarios to exist.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Because I mean, I had some friends do some pretty heinous things in that game. I'm like, what you did? You know, that'd be one of the funniest conversations. You did what?
I feel like Pharaoh wants to tell us.
But well, I mean, even if you think about it, right? I think we can expound from what he's saying and think about even what Avowed is. Motherfuckers are pissed because they can't go slaughter,
right?
Just mass murder people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just kill anybody who's not a bad guy. It's like, goddamn, like you killed. There's
animals,
enough bad guys.
Everything. They kind of just want to empty out the world.
Yeah, like they want to be the last people standing in the planet.
The companions
like,
to
what
get
the
it too.
fuck is wrong with you, psycho? Like, what the fuck type of game you think they're making here?
Yeah,
this is not called Psycho Murder Simulator. Okay. You're
I mean, like,
character who's normal.
Did you just say Psycho Simulator?
Yeah,
Murder Simulator.
I had a friend who would like flirt with certain characters and take them back to his place and just murder them. Like,
oh my gosh,
yes. Yeah, like
damn,
real serial killer type stuff. So I'm like,
why would they even go in your head? Like shit like that, you gotta be fucked in the head. Like, if
I would say stay away from those friends, Pharaoh.
Yeah, that was the light stuff that they did.
Like you did what?
That was the light stuff.
Yeah,
you're
sitting there and you're doing this, right? If you're flirting with them, you're taking them back to the house and murdering them, right? If you're sitting there just giggling, like,
that's crazy, bro.
Like, you're fucked in the head. I'm sorry, they're not making games for you, bro. You need to go away. You need to.
Hey, they were playing GTA before it became GTA.
Medieval GTA,
right?
Facts, so. Like, god damn,
that's wild.
What's wrong with these people,
man? But that is freaking some crazy ass shit to go ahead and think about. Like, that is something that is in your head to want to do. Like,
yeah,
that's a little off, right? So, like,
well, none of the people who told me that, I don't think I've seen them end up on a list or anything like that. There's no Netflix specials quite yet. So
listen, listen. The type of people you were fucking with don't end up on lists, all right? Those motherfuckers just get disappeared. They're just gone.
Oh my gosh.
You'll be requested to do an interview for a Netflix special at that point. Be like, do you remember so-and-so when they were growing up? What kind of games did they like? Like,
somebody's gonna name drop you.
No, I don't need Fable being on the naughty list of like these politicians or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Oh no, definitely no.
True.
They can have COD and GTA
killers.
Seriously.
It's true, man. I mean, GTA. Listen, GTA is gonna come out and obviously, unless they change something, they're probably gonna let you kill whoever you want. But there's repercussions, right? Like the cops come. You know what I'm saying? They come and they don't stop. Until they kill you for what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Like you do illegal shit and they look for you relentlessly.
Like they remind you of
the
consequences of doing these things.
Because you were too much of a badass. Like people would be scared of you. That was the repercussion. Like, but
exactly. They just it's crazy. It's sick in the head. But that being said, again, it's pretty genuine when you hear this dude. Like, he's played the game. He's very excited for the game.
He's respecting the game as well, is what I'm getting from him. The fact that they are a little, tiptoeing, kind of nervous to say that the game is being delayed. And by the way, shout out to Duke Togo, who is translating for Craig and saying he knows gamers are crazy is what he's getting to, right? So point blank. But yeah, like, when you are passionate about what you're going to deliver, obviously, you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. The fact that the game is being delayed is obviously not taken lightly, but these are decisions, like he said, that sometimes that you have to make for the better of the game, right? And as gamers, that's what we want, right? We want the game to come out the way that they want to present it to us, the way that they're hoping that, you know, we would want to see it and that we would enjoy it most. So if they need a little more time, it's not like we're talking about a year where we're getting one game to no games, right? We are stacked.
Like some other
And
people that
the
I
way
know.
we started off the year with freaking Avowed, it's been insane. So I think
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Ninja Gaiden 2,
Yeah.
yes.
Black
So it's
Remastered.
like,
Yeah.
yes, let them finish, let them do what they need to do, and we're gonna see the benefits of that.
Yeah, 100%. Let me get the homie Dan Lazaro.
Dan
back
was
in the game with
good.
that $5 which I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Says, I never once played a game and wished it was another game or compared it to another game. That's how you know these POSs have ulterior motives. Facts.
It's true.
That's
Or
the
like,
truth.
why even move on? If that's the game you want to
Then go
play,
back
then
and
that's the
fucking play
game
it,
you
dog. It's
should
still
be
there.
playing, right? Why even bother with anything else if obviously anything else is not going to be the game you're referring to? So just stick to that. Maybe that's all you play and that's where you should stay. Your opinion does not matter to people that play different games all the time, right? So take a seat.
Facts. 100%. Agreed. Now,
This is social media shit that everybody thinks that they can say whatever they want and just put it out there.
Agreed. Now, of course, this happened, right? And immediately took about 0.5 seconds for people to start coming out here and talking shit. Now, Doodle, you sent me something.
Yes.
Now, I can't click on them because we have each other blocked. So I can't.
I thought that wasn't a thing on Twitter.
You might have to
see
update
it.
it.
You can see it, but you can't. I can't save it to show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So, but you did send it to me, in a message. So
I can send you a picture.
You sent me the picture. I got it.
I sent you the link. Yeah.
So I'll go here, and you sent. What the fuck? Where'd you send it to me? Oh, you sent it to me
on X. Yeah.
Okay, can you send it to me on X now?
Yeah.
Because this is what these POSs do, bro, and this is what's wild to me. This is what. First of all,
wow,
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that it doesn't stop. Like, and again, listen, I'm all for the excitement. Baby, did you send it to me?
I'm sending it right now.
I'm all for the excitement. I know you're excited. I know you're on your knees every day praying to your God that please
go ahead,
bring me more Xbox games, right? Like that's what you want in your life. I get it. Trust me, I understand. If I were you, I would be in the same boat. All right. But
or you would just get an Xbox because it's that easy, right?
Facts. So real quick, we'll go back to the other thing, but I did want to bring this up, right? So this shit right here, right? So Wario posted Fable's delayed, right? Look at what this fucking clown came out to say. Fable is being delayed to 2026 to include launches on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2. An official blog post by Xbox news outlets. Official blog posts by Xbox news outlets. Can you imagine being so desperate and down that if you saw Intergalactic come out from PlayStation and they're announcing that it's getting delayed, and we come out and say, oh my God, it's been delayed because they're going to make a version for PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
That would be embarrassing, dude. That would be so embarrassing. Like, don't you get fed games? And obviously they're not in that situation, but like they're about to have the best year ever. Right, thanks to Xbox and Phil and the team. And instead of just being gracious, they want to continue to go ahead and in their own little world, they think these are jabs, right? In some way or another. I again, going back to what Phil and the team has put out there, priority is Xbox and our console, and they're getting a version of it. And when that comes about, with whatever games they do decide to go ahead and do that with, when that comes about, it comes about. Again, the best way to play these games, obviously on Xbox. That's what the console that the games are made for. Everything else is an afterthought. So you go ahead and hold on tight to these dreams and hopes that to Phil, PlayStation means and Switch mean the same as an Xbox, right?
It's just is wild to me. Like,
no way that
so,
they would
like,
delay a freaking game.
they're not delaying it to do this. They're literally delaying it
they
to
put this shit
finish
out
the game.
there, and it's like
But
insane.
that doesn't mean that they won't announce it later on. Who the fuck cares? Like, I don't care about whether it goes anywhere. Right? I don't give a shit. But the point is to be so thirsty to come out here and first of all fabricate a complete lie, because there's not a fucking official blog post that says they're doing this.
No.
Like this is comical, right? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, you're in a fucked up place if you're on PlayStation and this is what you're doing and feeling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you guys think about this? Farrell, what do you think about the ponies who decided that delay happens? Clearly, we have so many games to satiate us that moving one game doesn't end our world for the year. But instead, they're just trying to run with this narrative about it being done for them.
I just feel like the pony community they're kind of admitting that they've been in a long drought of Sony not having good quality, consistent games. Like, they'll release a great game here and there, and then it'll just be like kind of stale for a little bit, or kind of the same type of game over again. Like for instance, God of War 2018, great game. Ragnarok comes out, it's kind of more of the same. Both Horizons were decent. Then you got what like outside of Spider-Man, like, it's been a pretty stale run for PlayStation for the past couple years. And I'm like, as you were saying this, I was thinking to myself, I was like, outside of Last of Us, God of War, and maybe like Ghost of Tsushima, maybe like what game from PlayStation would do well on Xbox? Like, those are only three I could think of that like might do well. I don't think anyone, if PlayStation announced the Horizon bundle coming to Xbox later this summer, no one would be excited about that. Like,
No,
if someone announced Gran Turismo 7, no one's excited about that. Like, they don't really have any original IP that when it goes other places, people are just dying to play it. You got Last of Us, you got God of War to an extent, and Ghost of Tsushima as original, and then you got Spider-Man, but that's not based on anything you've built. That's just based on the Spider-Man brand name, because the first Spider-Man was really good. Miles Morales was pretty, but Spider-Man 2 was such a disappointment for a variety of different reasons. Launching buggy,
it was ass cheeks.
Yeah, just having like misses.
It didn't launch buggy. You got to throw that out. Bitch is still buggy.
It is.
Just played it not too long ago. Still buggy. So just made a buggy game, and they refused to fix it because they know nobody else is going to buy it.
You put two Spider-Mans in one game, but then you somehow make a way to overemphasize Mary Jane.
There's two Spider-Mans, but Jane is the superstar.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like there's some issues going over there philosophically. Just the type of games that they're making, like, and you're kind of seeing that with when they're begging for these Xbox games, it's kind of like a deep breath and an admission that like we're finally getting some good games. That's what it sounds like. You're making it sound like what we've had the past couple years wasn't good enough from PlayStation, and now Xbox is kind of filling that for us. That's when you make these type of statements, because no one on Xbox is begging for any of your games. We're not.
And I have to say, when these games do pop in, like if a lot of it would be curiosity rather than, oh shoot, let me go ahead, I can't wait for this, I haven't had a chance to play it, right? I think there's a lot of them are on PC. I think people would have found a way, but those that are just on Xbox would a lot of it would be curiosity, and again, just Spider-Man fans that are just would want to go ahead and play any Spider-Man game out there. But yeah.
So my boy Dan Lazaro nails it for me. I'd be excited for
Dan.
petty reasons. Like they get confused. Like they don't understand.
Yes.
This is the shit that gets me, yo. These motherfuckers still come in my like what? Like they don't watch. Like some of them don't watch it, right? They'll just come in and they'll see the thumbnail and say some shit, or just look at the headline and say some shit, right? And it's like y'all motherfuckers don't understand. Of course, is 100% hypocritical. I don't give a fuck about console sales, but when I find out that your precious PlayStation 5 is not even outselling PlayStation 4 at the same time of his life.
You know why?
I'm petty, bitch. I'm laughing at you. You're the one.
They care.
You're the one who cares.
Because they care.
I'm going to mock you and laugh at you. And I'm going to talk about your 1.5 million out of 75 for Astrobot, that little bitch ass robot.
Hey, don't forget that 0.5.
That 0.5 or what is it, 2 million now out of 75.5 mil, right? Like, come on, man. Of course I'm gonna mock you for your console sales or your game sales because you talk about that. So that's where the gun. See, you point the gun, I take it, put it back on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do here. All right, just put the gun away. Stop talking shit.
Stop
Stop talking shit.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the reality of what it is. Stop talking shit. Don't start none, won't be none. You want to talk all this shit? Of course we're gonna give you the smoke. Do I give a shit what any of our games sell? No, I got that shit in Game Pass. That shit could sell one copy. As long as Microsoft keeps fucking giving us these games, we can. Xbox as a collective can sell 10 copies. PlayStation can sell 45 million of an Xbox game. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I get it in Game Pass. You buy it. That's all that matters to me. I only care about the games that I get. But we're gonna always take the shit that you guys try to put on us and try to use as ammo against us and turn that shit around on you every single time. And then you're gonna get mad that I don't give a fuck about the sales that happen over here. Well, what about Xbox console sales? I don't go a fuck. I got mine. I'm fine with mine. I don't need to know that it sold more than PlayStation to enjoy it.
You know, it's like, you know, like old people, like how, like when we started using computers, they didn't want to use, they acted like the computer was a thing they couldn't touch. It's like people are like unwilling to understand that technology is evolving and it's not a console war anymore. It's literally a platform war now. And, you know, and the platforms come in different varieties. Like Fortnite is its own platform now. Roblox is a platform. Xbox is a platform. Steam is a store/platform. You know, PlayStation is its own platform.
It's a store.
Yeah. So
like consoles are literally just becoming a means to the ends, right? Like it's always been, but because things were so segregated and things were just a different time, where, you know, it was more, I don't know, entertaining or whatever it is to talk shit and do all that stuff about, you know, the console sales and the console wars and all that shit. But I mean, honestly, at this point in life, man, if I want to play an Xbox game, I could literally not touch an Xbox. I can get on my phone. I can get on my TV. I can get on the PC. I can get on my handheld. I can do anything except for turn on an Xbox and still engage with my Xbox games, with my Xbox saves, and they just transfer all over the fucking place. This is not about the box.
You can also spend the time in a waiting room if you go over to PlayStation and just wait and see what happens, right? For those Xbox games.
Yes.
I don't know if you paid attention to it, but a couple of years ago, PlayStation they were hiring to kind of implement the same things that Xbox was doing. I kind of think the funding went away from those things, and that's when they started leaning more into using Steam. Because I mean, I think if they knew that they had a platform or application on PC that people would support, I think it would have been out by now. But I think they didn't want to, you know, invest those resources, put a launcher out, and like everyone's like, "F you, when's it releasing on Steam?" type thing. But like PlayStation wants to do everything that Xbox is doing, but everything that Xbox is doing doesn't make business sense and is always affordable for them to do so. So like they don't have a Windows.
Like I don't like there's no other consumer product that you buy that you wonder how many were sold in comparison to the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go out and buy a new vacuum, you know what I'm saying? Do you sit there and say, God damn, I wonder what these other piece of shit vacuums out here be selling because my shit's elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck cares, right? It does the job for you. I mean, gaming has become, I want to call it like a commodity. Like, it's just something that is everywhere. It's just so easy to get a hold of gaming now that it really doesn't matter which way you do it, right? Like, frankly, honestly, it's gonna come down to a lot of people to the controller.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's gonna come down to. Like, if Xbox really wanted to see if people,
I know, I've been thinking about it.
Release an official Xbox controller has the fucking
the same body,
symmetrical fucking thumbstick. I mean, I don't want them, but
just to, you know, for temptations.
Yeah, and typically in every other market, the more premium of an object you purchase or you participate in is typically less people involved in those things. Like,
go to Amazon and just look at the things that you want, whatever you want to buy, right? Look at it, and then look at all the other things that are there available, and then look at like how many reviews the thing that you want has, because you've done your research and you know that this is the best thing, and then compare it to like the version of it that's like 75% less cost with 50,000 reviews. You know what I'm saying? Because people buy the cheaper shit in those situations. But for gaming, I mean, again, you know, there's no denying it, and I'm not going to deny it, and I'm not going to try to talk shit about the fact that regardless of what situations have taken place, okay, PlayStation has made it its name the de facto name in gaming, right? Like, it's just is what it is, right? When it comes to consoles, the name PlayStation, casuals know it, just people know that shit, and that's what they do. And the easiest way to understand that is they haven't released shit. They haven't released a goddamn game worth buying anytime in the recent, you know, fucking time now as a gamer. Yet they still fucking sell, right? They still selling those goddamn boxes. So at the end of the day, just good on them. But again, what's the point of the box if that's not increasing your first party sales, right? It's increasing their money for their third party, right? Microtransactions, as more people doing that. But again, when you look at the real numbers of it, they're still playing catch up. So they're not actually making any more. I mean, they might actually be making more. Obviously, things cost different, but meaning you're not getting new people, right?
Yeah.
You're still trying to catch up,
circulating the same situation.
But the thing is, if you're not making games, then eventually, and your platform is not improving, because the PlayStation platform has not gotten better, and actually in a lot of ways it's gotten worse from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. If that continues to trend in that direction, there's nothing holding your customers to being loyal to your box. So I think that's why you're seeing a lot more people transition to PC from PlayStation, and even from Xbox. More people are continuing to transition to PC, but at least people who transition from Xbox to PC, they typically stay in the Xbox ecosystem one way or another. Can't really say the same for the PlayStation gamer who moves on to PC. And they are losing that loyalty. And you know, you're really becoming a free to play box more than anything, because we're looking at your sales and we're looking at your most played, and it's either Xbox EA games or it's free to play for the most part.
I mean, that's really where it kind of is. What do you think, Fuzzy?
Well, just going back to J-Dub's tweet, like, the funny part is Switch 2, which I try to look at it from a technology standpoint. The Switch 2 is PS4 Pro, Xbox One X level. So if Fable is not
at this point, Jesus.
So if Fable is not coming to Xbox One other than through streaming, because it is a full-on next-gen console game. Remember, Xbox was truly the one that believed in generations. I have my doubts as far as with the, a PS5 port, especially considering when the last we heard about Indiana Jones, there was an announcement as far as for the PS5 at like 6 months later. So if Fable was to be of the same fate, then I believe they would probably say something now as opposed to later. That's just my 2 cents on it. But it is funny to me.
Yeah, I don't think they're hiding anything,
No.
Fuzzy, to your point.
Right.
I think they want to be straight up. So I think, one of the things, and not to take you off of what you're saying, but one of the things I think a lot of people maybe either miss or don't want to think about it or apply it is when Destin asked Phil, so okay, all games are going to PlayStation. And he said no, right? He said there's games that are already released that we're not going to port. And then he said, and other games will see how they do. So that part right there is where your Avowed, where your South of Midnight, where your Fable, right? Where those games are sitting. So it's not a, hey, 100% we're 100% doing this. You're now in a scenario where it's like, okay, we'll see how it goes, right? These people have been working on, these games for years and years and years and years with only Xbox as a target and PC, right? With no thought of PlayStation before, ABK became a thing. And even then that wasn't really part of the conversation until later on after ABK got closed down and shit. So I think you're right. I think if the way Phil and the team are now, just listen to even in this interview, we didn't play it, but he talks about, games going. Maybe we'll play it from what he said, but it's just like they want to be upfront. So
yeah, it's too messy if they're not.
Yeah, he would say you're absolutely right, Fuzzy. If it was going for certain already, it would have been announced. They're not going to play around with it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And see, that's the thing. The PlayStation crowd that used to make fun of Xbox games is now desperate for these same Xbox games. Like,
facts.
I get it. Your first party is not delivering as it used to. Like before, they could count on 2 to 3 titles outside of MLB each year, but that's not the case because they went on with Jim's plan of all these games as a service, and we see how many have been canceled in the past 3 years, to the point where now their first party, I wouldn't say is completely decimated, but there isn't as many bullets in the chamber, considering one, they have less studios now in comparison, not just from the closings, but in general, they've had less studios since the ABK acquisition on Xbox's part. But all of that being said, their studios have always been kind of like a one game at a time kind of deal. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to do Uncharted this year, and then next year we'll have The Last of Us. It's been more of like the team's all in on Uncharted, then the team's all in on The Last of Us kind of deal. So they don't have the flexibility quite like Xbox has with its studios, where a team like Obsidian, even though they may not have that large of a studio in numbers, but they do have an efficient setup where they'll have multiple games in process at different stages because they have multiple teams to dedicate to each one of those projects. And that's across pretty much all of their studios, even smaller ones like your Double Fines and such. So even Ninja Theory for that matter, because they do have another game in the works outside of Project Mara. So it goes to show that all of these, conversations about Xbox games have come down to, well, PlayStation games aren't quite hitting like they used to. Now, is it the fact that they went up to $70 and, you're not going to sell 20 and 30 million copies of at least what they've been doing like they could in the past because of that price hike? I mean, keep in mind, half of your player base are still on PS4. So if you're making these games only for PS5, well, you're leaving off that half of the group that haven't had a chance to upgrade. And considering how expensive the PS5 Pro was, in comparison to PS4 Pro, where that was the new $500 item and the other console went down in price, or maybe it was $400 or whatever the case was. But it seems like with Sony charging more for the games and charging more for the hardware, you got more people stuck in the PS4 generation. they're not producing, their first party games like they once did. They're having to do a lot more of these third party money hats, which a lot of those games may not necessarily appeal to their fan base. Like, we'll see how well Stellar Blade does on PC. I have a gut feeling it's going to do 3 times better on PC than it will on PlayStation. I think they sold maybe 1 million on PlayStation, but it's funny to me that they're all enthused on something that hasn't been announced, more than likely to get their face broke later as far as when it not coming over. Like, the easier solution would be just to either 1, get an Xbox, or 2, turn on that $5,000 PC that a lot of these ponies claim they have. So it's funny how thirsty they are. Let's just put it bluntly. But for now, I look at it as Fable getting delayed. We saw the positive benefits of Avowed getting delayed. And if Fable winds up taking that same early part of the year slot, because Xbox was notorious for always, getting stronger from the midpoint of the year on. That was always their thing, but that's always kind of been the industry thing. Usually only third party, companies would release games between that January and June, window in a lot of cases. So with them possibly putting Fable in, let's say, that slot for next year, that also gives you a very strong start to the year. I mean, we already have a rough idea as far as some other games, whether E-Day is the end of this year or if it's, early on into next year. That's a strong title. You got Perfect Dark as a potential. You also wind up having Clockwork Revolution as a potential. And there's tons of studios that they have multiple projects in the oven, some of them pretty close to done, if not, already done kind of thing. And we'll find out more in June. But for people to hop on like, oh, it's about the PS, port. Okay, let's just entertain that idea. So it comes to PS, let's say day and date, right? What good is that going to do when Xbox is going to more than likely have its next console? What are you more likely to buy it on? Are you more likely to buy a next generation console that's going to have a next generation game to take, full advantage of it? Or are you going to buy it on your PS5? Like, I'm leaning more towards, well, if it does do that day and date, and what did they call that? The Xbox Prime winds up being that, hybrid PC. I think more people will wind up picking up that hardware. The stuff that everybody keeps on saying Xbox is dead. Xbox the zombie that's died 20 million times between its birth and 25 years. But yeah, I think if they do wind up releasing that hardware next year, whether it be the handheld and the set top box type of thing, I think people would rather buy it on the next gen console to have those next gen bells and whistles that are more like a PC level experience without the PC expense, and more than likely have 4K and 60 frames in the same mode type of deal. People aren't going to want to pick that up on a PS5 at that point. Much like people didn't want to pick up things like Red Dead Redemption 2 on a PS5 or PS4 in comparison to the Xbox One X kind of deal. So we'll see how it goes. But, I think the delay, considering how stacked this year is, it's fine. Like, I'm still trying to figure out when their other half of Playground is going to announce Forza Horizon 6, because that's another one that I'm also looking forward to. Hope, fingers crossed it's in Japan, but if it's in Germany, like some think, hey, they got the Autobahn there, so that's going to make for some good highway, high-speed racing. But, maybe they release Fable and Forza Horizon 6 in the same year, with it being 2026, because I kind of feel that, Forza Horizon 6 is a 26 title, but, we'll see. But this PS port begging stuff is just... They used to they used to make fun of the PC crowd begging for PlayStation games, but now even the PC crowd's moved on from PlayStation games. They come out even as close as 6 months later with, what was it, Spider-Man 2, and there was no fanfare for that. Like, consider that Helldivers 2 did better than Spider-Man 2. What does that tell you about PlayStation first party titles? Just saying.
Yep.
And, you know,
And
to
It's a
your
bars,
point
man.
before, Fuzzy, you know, you brought up like maybe is the $70 now for a game. And let's not forget that when these games were 50, you know, $60 and they were selling 18 million copies, they didn't sell them in one shot. There were a lot of players that waited for those sales and to hit that sweet spot. Now it's a lot harder to get to that sweet spot, and it may not be worth it, right? If you're starting at 70, it goes on sale for 60 or $50, it's still not the sweet spot that these players are looking for. And it just takes that much longer for these games to fall in that pocket. So
Yeah, I mean, even Xbox, remember, they also are flirting with prices, right? Like they don't just do $70 games, you know.
Yes,
they'll
they
make them 50,
according
40,
to the game,
whatever they feel,
which I
is
respect
fair.
and I appreciate.
Yeah, so I think that's
The
a good
experience
move.
that they're giving you, you know.
Agreed. Farrell, what were we gonna say, buddy?
Well, first I was gonna ask, does PlayStation still do the greatest hits thing, like where a game makes it, you know, far enough in its life cycle that it becomes a greatest hits title and becomes cheaper?
No,
I haven't seen
I
that.
don't know if you saw the blog post, but they have like Concord's the first one, the greatest misses. That's the first one. So they went the other direction. You know what I'm saying? They went the other direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For sure.
And
Hashtag
also,
greatest misses. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Do they really want to live in a world where Fable comes out right up against Ghost of Yote or this Soros game that's coming next year? Do they want to live in that world? And then when the following month Matt Piscatella drops those numbers and Fable is doing better on PlayStation than the first party game that they just dropped that month, is that really what they want?
These developers better get those wallets ready too, though. They love hearing that these Xbox games are coming to their platform. But CMoney, I'm going to go back to your point earlier. You brought up how, you know, they were talking about it depends. We'll see the how these games do. And we're not just talking about how these games do on Xbox. We're not just talking about how they do on our platform, right? To then figure out if they want to put it elsewhere. How are these games going to do on PlayStation, right? And that is going to determine also how they move forward. So these developers better get ready to pay up, because if Phil is not seeing the benefits of going ahead and getting these games on their platform, I mean, things can change.
Well, what happens is they'll use the AI. That Muse AI is going to start being the porthouse for them. Go ahead, AI. Put that shit on PlayStation.
That's the version that they're gonna
They'll
get.
figure it out.
There you go. I'm just saying.
We do have the homie Boss Red 77.
Boss Red was good.
That $5 super
Thank
chat,
you for
man.
being
Appreciate
here.
you, homie. Says Xbox is dead after the most innovative game of the century. Baby steps releases. It's gonna outsell GTA 6 and make Sony more money than Microsoft has. God damn. Listen, some people will say that Baby Steps. I mean, shit, they say Astrobot is the best game that they've ever played in their lives. So Baby Steps is right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a stupid thing that nobody wants, but somehow gets all this praise. It's pretty much checks all the right boxes over on PlayStation.
Yeah. Yep.
Farrell, did you have any more to say about?
No, I was agreeing with
J-Dub and the ponies.
You know, I feel bad for the ponies. You know what I'm saying? They don't even realize they're killing their own first party.
Seriously.
They are, though.
They're doing it themselves.
Like, it's so wild. And you know what they're gonna say? Oh, when they see it up there, they're gonna say, look at that. PlayStation is supporting Xbox. This is the only reason why Xbox is doing this, because Xbox guys don't buy their games. Fam, like I understand that it's going to be heartbreaking. Farrell, what you said is reality. All these games will start showing up on their top 10 played lists, and they're going to feel emotional about it. And they're going to try to lash out and try to find a way to make themselves feel better, which is what they constantly do, right? It's all about self-soothing. How do they make themselves feel better about it? Like this guy over here, right? Instead of having a Fable being announced for PlayStation and him getting, just being happy that it happens if it ever happens, instead, my dude is out here putting it out in the stars. Like, God, Jesus, please.
But the
please.
wild thing is that didn't PlayStation just have a show? Like, why aren't they hyping up these games,
Bro, they
right?
don't talk about any
No,
games
they
ever,
just
fam.
focus on whatever is happening over on freaking Xbox and figure out how they can spin things around and what they can say to go ahead and supposedly have a W according to them. But it's going to be a freaking rude awakening. It's going to be wild when they realize that, you know, all they keep on supporting are these Xbox games, and that's all they ask for. I'm not even sure that they're aware of what they're doing. But knowing the way that Xbox is moving, it is. They're gonna wait until, you know, the Ghost game, Ghost of Yogurt comes out, and boom, they're gonna go ahead put something next to that. They're gonna wait for Baby Steps, and boom, they're gonna go ahead and put something next to that. They're gonna go ahead and wait for, dare I say, Wolverine, and boom, go ahead and put something next to that. They are not messing around. There's no room to breathe. They want their games to be the ones that these gallopers go to and turn to at night.
Facts. All right. So let's move forward with it though and go back to that interview, because I thought that we were just gonna, you know, hear this and be like, okay, well, it's on till whenever they decide to show us something. But they said, we're not gonna just bring you, you know, some sad news for those who are sad that it's not showing up. They're gonna show you some amazing fucking shit. Okay, so get ready, because I'm actually gonna put a little cap.
I also think that this came, I think the video is also reassurance, right? Like receipts.
Like, look,
right?
We're cooking.
We're working
like,
on it. We're cooking. We are going ahead and thinking that we need a little more time, but this is why we need a little more time, right?
100%.
They're flexing as well.
100%. So here it is. Let's watch it in all of its glory. The little snippet that they gave us.
Some of the footage. This isn't a trailer or anything. We felt as we were going to talk about, you know, the game, it was important to show some of the things.
Yeah, we get to see some of these scenes, like kind of both just walking through environments where inevitably there'll be some combat, some city walking scenes, just really seeing how the beautiful variety in environments that are in the game.
Yeah, and I've played some aspects of it that are in the city based, and again, I'm trying to be very careful that I don't spoil anything. Ralph and the team won't forgive me if I spoil something, but I played some of the city elements. I played some of the quests. I played some of the combat. I played a boss battle. I've used magic. Like it felt amazing.
Fire.
Yeah.
And I had a great time. And again, I remember the originals. You know, this scene, I've played that in gameplay. I'm not going to spoil the backstory of what's going on. But as you can see, you know, genuinely beautiful. Plays
just
great,
seeing like the cinematics and then cutting to the actual like fight over here. It's gorgeous. You can barely tell the difference, which is such a seamless transition.
Yeah, it's very real. Everything you're seeing here is very playable. I've seen a bunch more than that. I'm very excited. So, you know, take my word for it. But hopefully what the team can see here is enough to build excitement.
I love the little details. It's great to see how much emphasis is being put into all of that.
Yeah, and you know, there's no bigger fans of Fable as a franchise as the Playground team that are making it. So I think, you know, it's a really fine balance between what are the game tenets that are true to Fable and what's a modern day reimagining of what is Playground Games version of Fable.
Yeah, absolutely. The modern retelling of Fable. I'm very excited myself. I've been a massive Fable player since day one, so I'm excited for 2026.
Yeah,
modern retelling though.
Ready? Toma!
All right, well, that's
beautiful. Beautiful.
Listen, modern retelling, right? They also want to they want to respect what the IP and the way that the game has been, and still give us their version of that. So maybe Farrell's question has been answered there. Maybe we are going to go ahead and in a modern way still get, you know, what made Fable, where you can go ahead and you know, be a little a little evil here and there. But
Yeah, because all we see is her being a good guy. So I'm just curious.
So maybe that's gonna go ahead and kick in. That's a valid question, though. I love that she's got that hammer over there.
I mean, it seems like a very story-driven game.
Driven, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like there's, I mean, again, it is open world, and they're just showing us what they want to show us. But ultimately, I don't know. First of all, I should have muted that. I don't know why I still have it with the sound like crazy.
Yeah, because we may not be able to play. We may have to take that out. So go ahead and restart what you were saying.
There we go. I mean, yeah, when you see it all back to back like this, I don't remember what I was saying. That they're showing us what they want to show us. It looks very story driven, right? But look at this is all open. This is all open world. Like this giant rooster is just out in these streets. Look at these little trolls. That's dope. Look at this big ass dude. Then the werewolf. Come on, man. Like this shit looks amazing.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? It looks fucking stunning. Stunning.
What publisher has this type of variety from Fable to Avowed to Starfield in the RPG space? Like, oh my, and they all play different, they all have different dynamics. I mean, and graphically, this game might just be graphics plus gameplay might be quote unquote game of the generation. Because I mean, we haven't seen anything.
This is
like this,
beautiful.
Yeah,
it is stunning.
Like Hellblade isn't closest thing, but yeah, this is gorgeous.
It is, right? And for those complaining about a horse, there's a horse in this game. For those complaining about hidden animals and stuff, there you go. Look at what she did to the rooster.
Chicky
so there you go.
But yeah, I mean, what's crazy is that as I was watching this, I mean, first of all, it's stunning, right? Beyond stunning. I love it. So beautiful. They fucking nailed it.
The lighting is insane.
The lighting's insane. Just everything. Just like the real-time graphics of it is just crazy.
Look at the shadow too, by the way.
It also, like, what I love is that this is more grounded, right? So as much as there's magic, right? She could do spells or whatever. Very grounded, right? Like kind of actually right here it looks
stunning.
So
look at that. There's so
but
much
it's like
detail.
almost like a stark contrast from Avowed.
Yes.
Where everything that you see, all the architecture, everything that you see feels fantastical, right? Everything has like this mystical essence around it, where which I love, by the way. This is not a knock. This is the beauty of it, right? Like that game is amazing, and then you come here and you start looking at it and you're like, okay, this is essentially like their Witcher, right? Very like realistic, slightly stylized, but god damn, bro, like
like that city, oof,
that shit just looks like this on the can you slow down a Twitter video? I feel like this
you can just go to quality, you go to the top bar, go to quality, you can make it like 0.5 or 0.25, I think.
All right, so
right there, playback speed.
All right, that might be too slow.
Yeah, 0.5 would probably be
0.5. Just to let that simmer a little bit and just really take it in.
Be able to take in, the details.
The snips are very quick cuts, but you get to see it. I mean, dude, just the way you see her facial feature, the way she looks at that monster, like not afraid, but like very aware. Like, all right, this is gonna go down. That shit, man. And just the way she handles herself, like she's not afraid, right? Like you can see the way she's just like block, let's fucking go. Oh my god.
Right here, look at all the feathers. Like the reaction to it is I'm ready.
Look at that shit. Look at
the sunlight, like this city right here, like in the dark. Oh, that looks amazing. This reminds me of like some Fable 2 cities, and this right here, the lighting on the rooftops and the shadows, like oof.
over here, the forest looks insane.
Now I'm going to say something controversial, but we should not be surprised that this thing looks this good. Do we not forget what we saw when we saw the unveiling of Forza Horizon 5, where it was like, oh, we're looking at, cactus and trees or leaves and things like that blowing in the wind. Oh, there's a car that just flew by. Wait, that wasn't a real picture? Did we forget how they amazed us with the visual for that game? And this is from that same team with additional help from people that they brought in that were like experts in RPGs and things. But that Forza tech that they use as far as the engine for the arcade racing and even in the regular racing game, it's an amazing engine. Yeah, it may not be Unreal Engine 5, but it doesn't have to be. It's still an amazing engine. And from someone that got to work with this is toned down from what the original was, just so it would be a smoother experience at a higher frame rate. Now, if people didn't complain about the 30, this thing would look better than The Witcher on crack as far as with the ray tracing and everything. But they made it. They've made this thing to be able to play smoothly at a great frame rate with the current hardware, and it will be even crazier with the next hardware. But this is what having the trillions of dollars of a parent company like Microsoft can do to help with the development of these games. Like that's absolutely. I think this is just, like you said, this is what they wanted to show us. They haven't showed us what some bad choices will make you look like. Like I remember when people were making fun of the main character and they were like, oh, she's not attractive, blah, blah, blah. And the first thing I said, and I think Power Boss even mentioned it in the chat, I said this a while back. I'm like, well, maybe that's because you were being an a-hole in everything you did. Maybe that's why you look a certain way, because there are certain, like now, this character doesn't look like some of the bad facial expressions that we seen some people point out. Oh, this isn't that great of a game. I'm like, no, I think they're going to bring that morality system where you make bad choices, you're going to be a bad or evil person, and you're going to look the part, kind of thing. But I can't wait.
I mean, they could have also altered her a little bit. But that being said, like being pretty doesn't mean you can't make an ugly face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if she was making a face in one of those things that people are giving a shit about, it's like if she was making a face, she's making a face. You know
they like to pause certain areas and kind of highlight whatever they want to highlight. But what is pretty really though, or what's ugly really? It's all,
objective.
I mean, there's some like ugly.
I mean, there's some obvious.
There is some pretty defined scenarios.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but this game looks amazing, and if they get more time to polish it, whether that's to move it out of the way of GTA or not, I really don't care. I just can't wait till this thing is readily available to play in hand, kind of thing. So,
and this is pre-alpha footage too.
Yeah,
so, game probably looks a lot better right now.
No.
Oh yeah.
Baby, did you get your kind of bars off on this, like overall, just
on the
yourself?
delay? I mean,
no,
again, they need to
on the
graphically. It looks.
Did you get it on the delay?
I did. And graphically, absolutely stunning. They need to go ahead and do what's right for the game. Again, the freaking lighting is freaking exquisite. It's just. I'm excited. I'm excited to go ahead and dive into this world.
Yeah, this is going to be wild.
This is going to be a special one.
Yeah, this is going to be real wild. Yeah, I mean, even the fact that we got to see little weapons that she's going to have.
It's so populated too. Yeah, I saw the hammer too, by the way.
This werewolf.
Yes.
Yeah, the werewolf is insane.
I love the freaking hammer in Avowed. So I was excited to see the hammer, but the world, even like as she's walking through, is so populated, so intricate. There's so much in there to see. So, this is going to be one of those games, that we're like going to walk in slow motion around the corner, or just, stare for a bit at the scenery. Like it's that beautiful. Look at that. That's insane. And again, wait until we can go ahead and really dive in. Look at that forest. There's so much there to see. They put so much in there. They're so layered. Man, this is wild. I don't know how I'm gonna fight a rooster though. They're so cute.
I mean, you're gonna fight the rooster
They're
when
so
it's
cute.
trying to
When
kill
it's trying to
you.
kill me. Yeah. Look
You
at
know
that
what I'm saying?
tail though that it has. You saw that
Yeah,
tail?
I seen the tail.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm going to make a prediction. I think that rooster monster is if you kick too many chickens. I think it comes out. It'll be like almost like when killing the
Yeah, the
cows
mama
in what is that, Witcher 3? If you kill too many cows, the cow monster would come out. So I wouldn't be surprised if you kick too many chickens, you're going to have to fight that thing.
I mean,
I
it's
can see that.
possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. Yeah, I
Man.
mean, they fucking like they nailed this, right?
They
like,
did.
It's just so beautiful. I
You
don't know
in
if
that
guys noticed
moment
there was
too, by the way,
somebody
you're right. When she's
behind
like
her.
taken
Yeah.
back and you see that facial expression.
Like, she's not afraid.
No, she's just like kind of like, okay, let's go easy and boom, let's get into it.
And you see how her hair, when she blocks, how aggressive the hair, on her ponytail, like
it's pressed, like
it pushes it, like it
bounces.
moves. Like
Mhm.
even when she went to kick, how the hair just flowed naturally in the right direction. Not like Stellar Blade that
Oh
if
my
you leave her
gosh.
standing there, her hair
That's
flies around
monstrosity.
and goes through the body.
It goes
like
through
she's
the
a
body.
goddamn
It's so
ghost.
bad. Like I wish like if the focus was on her, like focus on everything on her, or like maybe give her shorter hair so that all those things that they were so focused on can be more appreciated, I would say, than to go ahead and see the hair continuing to go back and forth through her body. So the idea of wanting to have her with long hair when they obviously could not go ahead and execute it well was just ridiculous. Put a freaking short ponytail on her and really highlight what you did well.
Also what I like is you saw how when she hit the trolls, she was able to swing, and with one swing, she kind of hit them all. So it's like it's not just like one person to attack. It does allow for like area attacks, which is dope. I'm really fucking excited for this, man. I think this is going to be.
And let's talk,
really,
by the
really
way, this could be something that is easily overlooked, but like the food right there, right? That skillet, the sausage, like it's perfectly cooked. Like they're really cooking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to trap his werewolf.
Yes.
But, man, I'm so happy that we you can get it to. You're gonna want to get it to like put its hand in that trap or some shit.
Yeah,
to that's gonna be dope. Yeah, this is gonna be something special. But this is the thing, we're talking about how beautiful it looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing all this clear gameplay, right? Like this is in the world. It's beautiful, right? Cool, and she's walking in there. This is gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some ponies are still
in denial.
If you guys remember when the first trailer dropped and the Fable team came out and said, no, that's what it looks like when you play it, right? But they still came out and they said to themselves, oh no, that's not real. That's fake, right? Now, this is clearly, they showed us a cutscene and then clearly moved to game. Like you could see 100% the difference between cutscene and gameplay, right? Camera position, all that fun stuff, right? But they still think that it's fake. I gotta show you one clown, and you know who he is. He's the clown of all clowns. Head clown in charge, some would say. He's the HCIC. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Let's take a little listen. Listen. Okay, let's take a little listen.
The ringleader of the circus.
Ready? All right. Ready. Okay.
Well, you said the ending of Intergalactic was gameplay and it looked simulated too. No, it didn't. It was broken down by developers and tech analysts. That's not even remotely the same, Zinthos. If you think what they showed at the end of the Intergalactic trailer is the same as what they did in the Fable trailer, then I have failed you and not equipped you to have a more critical eye, my friend. There was an actual developer that watched the Intergalactic footage, and Digital Foundry watched the Intergalactic footage, and they could tell. They're like, no, that's gameplay. 100%. It's short, but it is not even remotely the same of what they were doing with Fable. With Fable, they were doing that like awkward, like the camera's following, it's quick cuts. It didn't seem like raw gameplay. You can think that. You're fine to think that. To me, when professionals weigh in and say that it is, and then your Fable trailers are like quick cuts and it doesn't seem raw, and then go back and watch those trailers and compare those trailers to the pre-alpha footage of Fable that they just released. It's obvious now. It's like those trailers weren't real gameplay. I told you guys they weren't real gameplay.
Bro,
that's funny because didn't he say when the professionals and the team literally came out and said, thank you, we're flattered, but that is actual gameplay? Isn't that what they said the last time? Okay. Yep. See, this is sometimes they get slapped up with extra strength pony powder and they come out here saying even crazier crap than the norm. So he went full blown Cocoa Puff on this one. Man.
Do we like hear? Does he like hear himself? Does he like know what he's saying? Like so he says that Intergalactic, okay, which was a literal just cutscene,
blink and miss
that played out into the very, very end. And even then, that was more akin to when you're playing Spider-Man and you trigger,
and then it says press,
where it takes away the control from you and it does the move.
And you're like, oh shit, I am playing a game. Hold up.
That's what
I have fallen asleep. I'm supposed to press square, triangle.
That's
it's
what
wild.
They showed at the end of Intergalactic. What they showed here for Fable. Come on, man. We're talking a whole different situation. God damn, how crazy are you, man? They came out, they told you gameplay, it's written on this shit. Pre-alpha, but it's there. It's there the entire time. Why are you like this, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you just start questioning, like, why are you like this, man? Like, why do you feel the need to think like that this is not going to be like, motherfuckers, we got Hellblade. Like, I can understand pre-Hellblade, right? There's two worlds that exist, okay? There's pre and post Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-Hellblade 2, you couldn't imagine a game looking so good, right? How could you? All you got was dog shit PlayStation 4 games released on a PlayStation 5. I get it. Who would have thought, right? But then Hellblade 2 came out. And goddamn, like, listen, to be fair, Starfield was fucking beautiful. Starfield was a stunner. Starfield was, in fact, next generation. Okay, so like it technically starts with Starfield. The reason I used Hellblade
because Hellblade is the type of game that they have a particular taste for. The games that they kind of want to run around and talk about that PlayStation does so well. And Phil just shitted all over that idea with Hellblade for sure. He dethroned any conversation about PlayStation bringing that to the table.
Facts. I mean, that's just what it is, right? So once you have Hellblade in the world and you can see what real-time graphics can actually look like and how fucking realistic and stunning that shit is. The fact that now you have a game made by Playground, who, like you said, Fuzzy, every single one of us thought that they were showing us real life Mexico.
Seriously,
before
though,
that car fucking zoomed out on the screen and it was gameplay. Okay, like this motherfucker's doubting their work. Like, fam, that's crazy.
They're about to find out. They haven't had a Forza game yet. They're about to find out, though. They're gonna learn today.
Does PlayStation have a game this generation that's like a graphical masterpiece?
No, they haven't made a next gen game.
Right here with the jokes.
I think the closest. I mean, to be fair, I think the closest one might be their best graphically looking game might be Returnal. Might be between that and Forbidden West. Between that and Forbidden West.
Forbidden West
and Forbidden West
trash.
Well, they mainly did that. Well, they did that whole character glow up kind of thing when they, and that's only in cutscenes, which that's another thing. It's like the glow up is in the cutscenes, and the gameplay is, it's better than what it was for Zero Dawn, but
because even Gran Turismo doesn't look great on their platform. Like they just don't have a.
No.
But have you tried my first Gran Turismo?
Oh my god!
Forbidden West should be forbidden. That thing is wild, and it is. There are beautiful elements in there. It's just that it's a freaking snooze.
Yeah,
boring.
It is.
Cutscenes are too obvious. Like the way they do them, it looks so obvious that they're just like in a room acting this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like the world all of a sudden goes really flat
we're
around
back.
them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's them moving in that one plane of space, and then that's it. It's just not it. There's nothing on there. Listen, I'm not saying Horizon is not pretty. It's not Hellblade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have a graphical masterpiece type game. Like they don't have a game that they can run.
Remember how Horizon was built for PlayStation 4. Forbidden West was built for PlayStation 4. There's it's just they took the PlayStation 4 game and glowed it up a little bit. That's not going to be the same as something that you take and you actually make. Now, the real question is, have they even made a game that was honestly designed just for the PlayStation 5 in mind? I don't think so.
First party, like not a second party deal. I'm not sure.
I mean, the closest one honestly doesn't look like it was, but that would be Spider-Man 2, I believe, because I don't think that was on PS4. But it was.
But it was. I think it was started out on PS4, and then they
just kept reusing the assets, so it's not really built from the ground up.
I think they just wanted to stop at a certain point and put it on. But I mean, you look at it; it looks the same shit.
Yeah,
it looks just like the PlayStation 4 version. If you put it on side by side, you'll notice slight differences. If you play the PlayStation 4 version and then play the PlayStation 5 version separately, it's so close. It's like
right from the beginning, that game is wild. Like there's sand all over the place, and there's water coming in, and the sand is dry.
You can't make it
as PlayStation's roadmap. Like that dry. It's crazy.
Like put Sandman in a little room.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put them out here in this big fucking open world, and all the sand is just fucking the hardest sand ever known to mankind, because it don't deform, it don't fucking move right, it don't do nothing. Trash.
Crazy.
Not, and I'm talking just graphics, right? I'm just if you're talking about graphics, that shit is wild. And then even just
and let's talk about the bugs in there.
Well,
that's wild too, right? We can break it all down.
I mean, we can. They're just not like us, right?
Not like us.
Kendrick, let them know. You know what I'm saying? Game over for PlayStation. Just saying, it's the truth. It's the reality of what it is.
He said it on the Super Bowl.
He did.
Yeah, game over.
They are not like us. But there was another little clip here, and I don't want to go to where am I? No, over here. There's another little clip, and I didn't watch it, but I saw the clip, and I figured let me see what he said real time. Okay, so there is another clip of him talking about it as he's watching it. Let's see. Just interested. I didn't hear it, so I don't know. Maybe he's saying it's amazing. Let's see.
Oh yeah, some of this is new. The horseback riding, I think, is new. Yeah, the combat looks new as well.
Combat looks new.
There's a stiffness to some of her movements, though. I'm glad this is pre-alpha.
Oh my gosh. Watch this real quick. It's hilarious because the fact that one of the things I did notice is as she swings, how her body just reacts and kind of goes with it. And you see her kind of like almost do a freaking 360 on it. Like, and he's talking about stiff. What in the heck? We are just trying to figure out what we can make up.
Yeah, I'm looking at her back leg in this right here, how she's like, gathering power to make her next move. Like, I don't see stiffness. I like looks pretty fluid.
Looks pretty freaking agile to me.
Let's see.
I think their heart's in the right place. I think this combat could be very, very good. But
bless his heart.
This is why I told you. What did I tell you when I said up to now we had not seen raw gameplay? We were seeing simulated gameplay. The gameplay, the alleged gameplay in the previous videos looks nothing like what we're seeing now. What we're seeing now
this
looks
is not,
more raw,
obviously,
looks more rigid,
gameplay,
looks more authentic, right? What they've shown, I'm telling you, I told you guys.
Gameplay.
I told you. Do a side-by-side comparison of the Fable trailers where I got beat up and criticized and yelled at and told that was gameplay. And I told you that it wasn't gameplay.
He got beat up. He looks like someone who's taken a beating quite a few times in life, right?
Jimmy Neutron without friends is
you would think he's used to an ass whooping every now and then.
That adds up. That checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out pretty quickly.
That's probably how he ended up the way he is with all of this delusional bull crap.
Yeah. So, needless to say, we are. I'm gonna put this back on for a little bit, but we are thankfully not in a situation where we have to pretend and make up stuff to feel better about ourselves and our gaming. We get to just show up and hit install or just play it on the cloud and play all of these games that are being made for us without any worries or any thoughts. This game is stunning. It looks beautiful. The animation looks fucking amazing. I'm digging everything.
It does look beautiful, and the fact that they want more time, man, let's go.
Yeah, this is, again, just to be clear, and I tweeted this out.
Look at her
but
body.
This is what this looks like.
Look at that.
Before the delay.
This is what I'm talking about. Watch when she swings.
Point,
it's wild.
The animation is on point. Man. You feel that thrust. You feel her throwing that fireball. Come on, man. We not the same, bro. Come on, they're on some other shit. I did see that we got some messages in, so let's see what's going on here, and then we'll take a look. We got the homie Will, the insider broke.
Woo, let's go. What's up, Will?
With that $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you, fam.
Thank you.
First of all, we have to update the band.
Yes.
Says been a good day. I'm glad to hear that, sir. Says solar panels were installed.
Woo.
Nice, good for you. He got a new position at work.
Yes.
Nice, good for you. 4% pay raise. Nice,
Woo.
good for
Let's
you.
Go.
5% bonus. Wow.
Let's go.
Likey. And now watching beautiful Doodle. Lovable. CMoney. That shit better have meant lovable.
Adorable. He meant adorable.
The fuck is lovable?
Lovable. Yes. He forgot the L.
New word.
God damn it. You gotta do another $10 super chat and fix that shit. Put the fucking L there. God damn it. Lovable CMoney and the ever loving Pharaoh. And so he put the fucking L there, but I'm the lovable one. You POS. You POS. God damn it. Wow. Says I'm too drunk to change my name. Guy.
That explains it.
It doesn't explain
it.
What explains it is that's a targeted choice.
Listen.
God damn it.
Bottoms up. Cheers.
Bottoms up. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Congratulations. That's freaking fantastic.
That's awesome news. Man.
Thank you for sharing with us. That's amazing, bro. God bless.
I do see here that our boy came and he went ahead and gifted 5 all points for gaming
Yes.
memberships, man.
Thank you.
My dude. Y'all know what to do.
Tell them, baby.
Oh, motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you,
Appreciate y'all, man.
Will.
Let's see.
And
who
you
got
guys,
it.
welcome.
Let's see who got it. Yeah, welcome. Now. Let's see who got it. All right. So we got Infinite Hero,
Let's go.
Iron Mike,
Mm.
Brian Majetic. That motherfucker forgot the S. You know what I'm saying? Majetic. Seth Garfinkel and Luke Skywalker.
Woo!
Thank
Welcome,
you
you
guys
guys.
so much, man.
And Will, thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all. That's super dope. Much appreciated. Thank y'all. And of course, Will, you're the man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Let me update the banner for you. I know
Got
what you
this.
want. I know what you want.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
I give you what you want. That he wants to see his name twice. He wants Will, Broke Boy, Lewis with that 10 is now the biggest super chat and gifted memberships. Will, Broke Boy, Lewis with the 5.
Thank
gifted.
you.
Thank you, sir. You are updated. You are there.
Woo!
Appreciate you, homie. Thank you so much, man. We do see the homie Boss Red 77 in
Let's
the building, my
go.
dude. Thank you so much, my brother,
Thank
for
you.
being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much, sir. So also shout out third super chat on the live stream ever. Appreciate you, man.
Woo!
Thank
Let's
you so much, my
go.
brother. Says thanks to PlayStation Pornhub game 75 million new
Yes. They did.
That's wild. That's wild. Who has Xbox helped? Hashtag broke station ballin'.
That's wild. Oh.
Oh my god. That's hilarious, yo. That's so funny. It's true.
That's
We know what they
amazing.
use their boxes for. Brett Bingham with that
Brett,
too, man.
what's
Appreciate you,
good?
fam. Says,
Thank
remember,
you.
kids, don't do crack.
Don't do it. No.
Yeah.
Put it down.
That's
Say
a good,
no.
That's a good point to
Yes.
make there for sure. And then you got Brian Bingham back with a $5
Woo!
super chat.
Back
Man.
to back,
Appreciate you, homie.
baby.
Says Reforge
you.
is just upset because he can't get stiff in the pants looking at a pisser PS5. Oh, Brett Bingham with the fucking elbow to the fucking face.
Damn. From up above. He jumped out. He was like, yo.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow. That
Woo!
was vicious. That was vicious. Holy shit.
He may have knocked a couple of teeth out.
He felt that shit.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
felt that shit. And I think it probably lined up with him like right now not being able to get it up. His lady. I think you just timed it perfectly. I feel like that's happening right now. Somewhere in the world, he can't get it up because you just said that. He was right there at the cusp. He was like trying, oh, come on, man, let me do it this time. And then, nope, didn't make it. Just because you said that. That's wild. Brett,
Reforge is the one that had to apologize to his wife, right? On the stream or something? Was that him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was doing
that was him?
Some salacious acts.
Some sneaky shit. Did she
some
beat his ass on camera too? Or just an apology? Was he crying or some shit?
I don't know. He probably cut her in on the money or something. And she's like, all right, this is cool. All right, we got the homie Big Man's game with that $2. My dude, my
¿Qué
brother.
pasa?
What's up,
Bienvenido. Bendición a tu mami, papi.
All
Thank you
that
for
she
being
said.
here, love.
You know what I'm saying? That comes from both of us.
Yes.
Thank you both for being here. Thank you for that $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Reforge sounds like he takes it up the culo by Diddy. Oh shit. He's not getting any slack.
He's not messing around.
So he ain't getting it up.
They
but
going
he's
in.
getting it in.
He's in it.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's putting it in.
He ain't getting it up.
Somebody.
But he's
Apparently it's
getting it
Diddy.
in.
He needs to start selling
saying.
bacon oil instead of coffee beans.
I know.
Shit.
Reforge like pass on the oil and just dip it in coffee.
Wow. Damn. Yo, y'all vicious. Y'all go
for an extra boost
Y'all
of
don't give a
caffeine.
fuck, dude.
You know?
Damn. That's sad to hear.
I don't need an ice pack.
Oh shit. He said, my shit wide open. Woo! All right, let's move on before we go too far. The homie Will, the insider bro boy Luke, got $2 super chat. Said lovable C. Lovable C.
Let's
buddy.
go.
Lovable. There we go.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
sir. Much appreciated.
Thank
Much
you,
appreciated.
Will.
Nah, I feel
that
better.
was nice. That
Nah, I
was
feel better.
sweet.
Luke Skywalker in the building. My dude, thank you
Yo,
for being here, man.
what's
Thank you for
good,
that $5 super
baby?
chat, homie.
Happy
Says,
Tuesday.
I listen to you guys all the time, and you
Thank
make my
you.
drive home way better. And
Oh,
thank you again for the gifted membership. Oh,
thank
well,
you, Luke. That makes
thank
me
you,
really
man.
happy to hear, bro. Thank
That's very
you.
kind of you, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And Broke Boy, thank you, sir, for gifting that membership.
Thank you.
Look at out here making people happy.
Yes.
That's what I love to see. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Of course, you know we have the homie Will back with another
Yes,
super chat.
baby.
Says only stiffness Reforge gets when he sticks that PlayStation Winky down his throat and chokes.
Oh,
Wow.
oh,
Ooh.
Oh shit.
oh, damn.
Wow.
Hey, you putting that 5% raise to work on some salacious
Damn.
Listen, if you're
super
gonna
chats
spend it,
tonight.
might as well spend
Holy
it right. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit
though.
count.
I feel like
Damn.
you know, like we should watch a video of that shit.
No, not we. You can watch that. We not.
I was like, the fuck? I will. You better take that Wii shit out of here. This ain't no Nintendo, bitch.
PlayStation shit's like this big.
Oh my god. Wow. What is happening? Jesus. Is it Friday night? What time is it?
Like that?
Holy fuck. These motherfuckers said we're gonna start the week off like this.
Oh, man.
Damn. All right, Broke Boy.
Oh my
Dark
god.
Angelic, my dude. Appreciate you all with that $2 super chat. Says Reforge wears the poop emoji on his head. Does he? Jesus.
That's wild.
Hmm.
It's wild.
Oh, because his hair
Mhm.
is like the
It's like
poop
a
emoji.
cone. Yeah. Mm.
Damn.
Mm.
Damn. This guy got no chance, yo. No chance. Ain't nobody everybody's here to give him work, yo. Everybody's giving him
Oh
work.
my
Yo. It's crazy.
gosh.
So I put his picture back up as I read
Yeah,
these
let's
things.
see, please.
I feel like it's missing out. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's gonna
I see it. I see
you know what
it.
I'm saying? Nah, it makes sense. Actually.
Yeah.
It does look that way. No, you're
Man.
right. I got tears in my eyes, guy. Like this is wild. Holy shit. Will the Broke Boy Lewis with that $2 says
Yo.
later, Farrell. Oh shit. Oh shit. And then Chad Ocho, what's up, man? Thank you for that $2 super chat. Thank you for being here, man. Says Reforge is a bum. Say with me now, he dog water.
Dog water. Damn. Damn.
Listen, I don't watch him. I mean, I get the sentiment from
the clips.
But I mean,
man,
I can see.
Like I can see how this all adds up
how it
and how it
applies.
leads to this for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
he's punchable.
I mean, that's what word on the street is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
man.
Yeah, that was
There
entertaining.
it is. There he goes.
That's it. And just like that, he's gone. All right. Well, listen.
Oh man.
Let's take our chapter. Oh shit. Oh god.
Oh
Chat
shit.
came back.
Chat said not yet.
Chat said I ain't done with this motherfucker. Chat, my dude, Chad Ocho with that $2 super chat says Reforge takes corn the long way on both ends.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Damn. That's aggressive.
That's aggressive.
That's aggressive.
Mm.
I mean, the real question is who's giving it?
Who's pressing it in?
Like, who's the one who went to Stop and Shop went ahead, picked up
got his
the full
corn.
corn. You know, I'm assuming you're not talking about the short corn on the cob. You're talking about full length.
Full one.
Is it chucked? You know what I'm saying? Did they
He
take
doesn't.
the
Hey,
green
he
leaves
doesn't.
off?
He doesn't stop talking, so he probably chucks it in the process.
Oh shit! Farrell hopped in. Farrell said, "I got bars for this motherfucker right here."
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Oh my god! Well, if you
All
thought
right.
that was
Well-
not going to happen tonight, you were
Well,
wrong.
listen,
You were
things
wrong.
got interesting.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oy. Now I got 2 tears.
Look what you guys said. To see money.
Jesus,
You know his Fable
My
character's
boy.
gonna be doing.
I know. My homie, Boss Red 77 with that $2
Boss!
super chat, man. Appreciate you. Homie says
Thank
Corn
you.
Hub presenting the PlayStation Awards this year.
That'll be listen, I can see it. I can see it.
Well, all right, hold on. What is this? Kay says Reforge literally tells his viewers, I'm smarter than you. Well, I mean, think about this for a second.
Well, he
Think
just
about it
said,
for a
Did
second.
I fail you? As if he's,
Like he's a teacher.
you know,
But think
taking
about
them
it, think
in
about
and
it, think about it.
teaching them and grooming them. Like,
If
Yo.
he says to you, I am smarter than you, and you continue to watch him, is he wrong?
he's not.
Mm.
He's not. This is the thing though. Like they go ahead, they still go, they still listen to this shit, they still support. It's wild, right? So he is a pill, but people put up with the shit.
Not only
They
put
do.
up, they don't put up with it. Like, to be clear, like, let's understand something. You can make fun of him all you want. You can do whatever you want. You can call him a grifter. You can call him whatever the fuck. Don't matter to him. He don't give a shit. All these jokes we just did right now, he don't care. Don't matter to him. This motherfucker's lining up 500 members a week.
That's wild.
Like, that's his fucking goal. And a ticket. You see, he was at like 125 of 500. Like, dude, the motherfucker don't give 3 shits about any of this. And the fact that the people go and watch him and sit there and he looks at them and say, I'm smarter than you. And they're like, yes, master.
Mhm.
Yes.
Here's my
Lord.
membership.
Here's my
That's
membership.
wild. That's crazy.
And he threatens his viewers to become members also, time to time. You better get that. You better get that membership, but don't just get the regular one. You got to get the plus one.
That's wild.
I've seen that on.
But this is the thing. They do it. So he's not he's not making anybody do anything. He just puts it out there.
He's a
and they
Fendom.
follow suit.
Who?
Fendom.
Fuck is that?
It's financial like dominatrix. You know, like.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
yo, they like it. You know what I'm saying? They like it. This is the way they are, bro. This is why
I am not Astro Cyborg. That is not my burner.
Can you imagine? Oh man, can you imagine? That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be
Oh
crazy.
my god, AIC money.
Yo,
My dude, he looked good.
I love
He looked
that.
good.
I love
I'm
that.
not gonna lie. I'm ready for that next phase. You know, in 150 to 200 years from now, when I'll just transfer myself to the robot version of me, and we'll all be just robots in here. It'll be good. I'm ready.
Hey, unlimited time to game at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I'm down. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. Homie says, my knowledge just shows Reforge loves baby oil and DCG. Oh shit. But like at the same time? Like, is that what we're referencing here? God damn.
I feel like this goes deeper than.
Yeah, it goes a little bit, for real.
Mm.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and take my chapter because we have some other shit that happened
Yes, let's go.
that we need to talk about. So let me go ahead and get this dude off my screen. Fuck out of here. Here. All right. So if Fable didn't go ahead and have that situation happen today.
Mm-hmm.
This for sure would have been the big news. Wait, I didn't even write down my fucking chapter. Hold on. Look at this.
It's good you didn't. Demo flow in the
Demo
building.
good, my
What's
dude.
up,
Click the button,
fam?
baby.
How we doing today? Happy Tuesday.
Click
Thank
it.
you for rocking out. I got you. Hold up.
All right, the homie Demo Flow. My dude,
Yes.
thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member for 11 months, man.
Thank
You're the shit,
you.
bro. Appreciate you, homie. Says, what's good, guys? Hope y'all have a great night. I'm listening to the show. I'm playing Watch Dogs Legions. Life is
Thank
good.
you.
Oh, that's dope. Watch Dogs Legions is pretty dope, man. It's
Enjoy.
pretty dope. Enjoy it, man. It's pretty cool.
Life
right.
is good. That's
Life
right.
is good, man. That is the truth. All right. So let's go ahead and change gears
Yes.
over to the, I mean, really kind of shitty news that broke.
Let's go.
So a bunch of people wrote about it, obviously, but Hazard Gaming broke here that breaking Bloomberg Jason Schreier, Warner Brothers Games is shutting down Monolith Productions, also canceling the Wonder Woman title. So Jason Schreier broke it. Says Warner Brothers Games is shutting down Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and WB San Diego. Sources tell Bloomberg News. Warner Brothers is also canceling the Wonder Woman game. So you go here. WB actually confirmed it. This is a statement from Warner Brothers.
Let's go.
It says, we have had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possible with our key franchises: Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. After careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios: Monolith Productions, goddamn, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. This is a strategic change in direction and not a reflection of these teams or the talent that consists within them. The development of Monolith's Wonder Woman video game will not move forward.
Ooh.
Our hope was to give players and fans the highest quality experience possible for the iconic character. And unfortunately, this is no longer possible within our strategic priorities. That's a fucking stupid way of saying that. This is another tough decision as we recognize Monolith's storied history of delivering epic fan experiences through amazing games. We greatly admire the passion of the 3 teams and thank every employee for their contributions. As difficult as today is, we remain focused on and excited about getting back to producing high quality games for our passionate fans and developed by our world-class studios, and getting our games business back to profitability and growth in 2025 and beyond. Okay. So one thing, it says WB confirms this. This does not sound very corporate written at all.
No.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't think, and maybe they have. Again, I haven't seen it, but I don't think they went ahead and actually put out a from WB post, right? Like, I don't think we've seen that. So I don't know if this is legit. But like, just like reporters are putting this, but I don't see, like, why would they write this? What is this over here? Polygon News. Let me see something real quick. Let's just see if they actually have it. Okay. Okay, let's read this. This is the actual, so somebody did an actual article that will give us more of an idea of what's going on here. So Warner Brothers closes Monolith Productions and Multiverses Studio, cancels Wonder Woman game. Big shakeup at WB Games. Warner Bros. Making big cuts, closing 3 studios, Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and WB Games San Diego, canceling its long in development Wonder Woman game, the publisher told employees on Tuesday. All projects from those studios have been canceled. Monolith Productions developed Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and sequel Shadow of War and was working on Wonder Woman. Player First Game was the developer behind a recently scrapped fighting game Multiverses. Damn, which is fucked up because they did the Concord thing where they kind of took the game down, but where Concord just stood dead.
Yeah.
They ended up bringing Multiverses back. Like, look, we're back and better than ever. We're gonna do this and we're gonna make it happen. And
it wasn't.
Now it's gone, right? It didn't work.
Yeah.
So it continues. WB Games San Diego studio was working on what it once described as an exciting new AAA free-to-play cross-platform game. Guess they weren't excited for it. Employees at Warner Brothers Game Studios were informed of the closure and game cancellations in a communication from executive J.B. Peretti, the CEO and president of global streaming and games for Warner Brothers Discovery. In an email to employees obtained by Polygon, Peretti cited a disappointing 2024 for the company's games division, saying that it would focus on 4 franchises going forward: Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, DC, primarily Batman when it comes to single character-led games.
As they should.
Which they should, but may include select other opportunities as the new DCU gets built and Game of Thrones. Regarding the now scrapped Wonder Woman, which was announced in 2021, Peretti said the game no longer fell within our strategic priorities. Well, first of all, that's bullshit because DC is part of their strategic priority, right? And this is a DC character, so
they just don't think that it will do well. And that's it. To be frank, that's literally the situation.
Let me tell you, it probably wasn't shaping up amazingly the way they would hope, and they knew releasing Wonder Woman right now in this whole anti-woke bullshit shit going on probably wasn't gonna hit the way they wanted it to, which is sad, but this is what it is. Okay, so Peretti said the company is looking to repurpose our talent where possible by reassigning employees to open roles. In addition to focusing on fewer but bigger franchises, Peretti said Warner Brothers Games aims to return to growing its mobile games revenue, as well as regain our credibility and swagger at producing great games. Our credibility and swagger at producing great games. Peretti's an interesting dude. Peretti said of recent releases from WB Games, the product market fit and quality of too many of our new releases has really missed the mark. We need to and will do better for our fans first and foremost. And also because regaining that credibility is critical to us, securing even more investment in games in the years to come, Peretti wrote. Getting our swagger back happens one high-quality game release at a time, and our financial credibility gets rebuilt one fiscal quarter at a time, delivering what we said we would deliver and no big negative surprises. But you see that? And no big negative surprises. That's, we made this dope game, it should do well, and it doesn't do well. What's going to happen?
They don't want to play that anymore. They don't want to take risk, is what I'm hearing, right? They want to go ahead and play it safe. They want to make sure that money comes back in so that they can meet what the necessary means to go ahead and continue to move forward with their company. Go ahead, Farrell.
I'm just saying they stuck their hand in that live service fire a little bit too many times and got burnt. It wasn't that they weren't making, not that they can't make good games. They've proven that they can make good games. You took them out of their wheelhouse and made them make the type of games that the fan base didn't want. So nobody asked for a live service Batman game in Gotham Knights. Nobody asked for a live service game in Suicide Squad. If you would have made a closed loop Suicide Squad, I'm sure that game would have sold amazing.
Dude, the game was, when you boiled it down to just the single player version of it, like the place where you just got to play out the story, fine. Good game, actually pretty good game. Like we were digging it actually until the moment where it opens up to
that was the problem.
live service
Yes,
aspect of it, which
that
is the
was
same thing for
the
what other
issue.
fucking game? Marvel's Avengers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm about to say Avengers. Yeah.
Same shit.
Like Crystal Dynamics
Same
knew how to
shit.
make a good Avengers
Because-
game. The publisher got in the way and told them to make it live service. It wasn't the
100%.
developer that was the issue.
It
Without that
gave
bullshit,
you-
both
it-
games were great.
Yeah, because it gave you the illusion, Suicide Squad. And by the way, the voice acting was great. I think everything was
Top notch, bro.
notch. Yes, until you go ahead and you feel, because it gives you the feeling of an open world. But then if you leave the area, it just starts going bonkers on you because you're supposed to stay put in the section that it wants you in. It just didn't feel like it felt very restrained. It didn't continue to keep that momentum, but the story was there, everything was there. The voice acting, it looked great. Like it just they dropped the ball.
They did,
Yeah.
because they were pushing the same shit, which is everything has been inflicted with this. Like, again, we already know. Lemon was good, fam. I see you.
Yo!
108 Dragons in the building. What's going
108.
on, homie?
Let's go.
108. So like everything has been inflicted by this fucking live service bullshit, bro.
It has.
And it's like, dude, like I don't get it. Like I understand the desire, right? I get the desire. Like, man, if we can hit with a live service game, we're set, right? We get this recurring revenue and we get to not stress about certain amount of money coming in, and we can experiment with other shit. And it's like, bro, like, yo, that's the craziest idea. Like, what do you think?
It's
that
not
you think
for
people don't
everyone.
that you don't think people have tried this shit? Like, I get it. People are like, well, we're different. We got DC. Oh,
But
we're
that's the
different. We got
thing.
Marvel.
That's the thing. And I would say
They
for
don't do shit.
anyone who wants to go ahead and continue on this freaking path, that it's again not for everyone. Like they had known characters. These were DC characters that, you know, people felt, you know, connected to and potentially were more likely to enjoy. And still people passed on it. So it's not a safe zone for anyone.
Yeah.
It's really
you're
not.
not gonna build out a live service game where you kill Batman. I mean,
That's true.
I'm not really talking about Suicide Squad as much. I'm more so talking about Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Like you kill off Batman and you force people to play with all these other characters. I'm not saying people don't love those other characters, but the whole premise of Gotham is being able to be Batman, and you kill that off from the jump. That's not really going to be something that's enduring to your fan base, and it didn't launch in a great state.
Came out, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
Exactly, because you couldn't be Batman.
Forgot that shit came out, and we bought the collector's edition. Mad late. We got it way later, but still, like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that game. Dang, that's wild. But it's
did
just
we even
true,
open
man.
it?
The collector's edition?
Yeah.
Nah, it's actually probably right
Still
over here
sealed?
somewhere. Sealed.
Okay, well, there's that.
Well, because you know how anxious we were to play the game. You know what I'm saying?
I know it made it to Game Pass at one point. I don't know if it's still there, but
yeah,
I think it left.
Yeah.
It's just I look at this and it's like, of course you're fucked, man. Like you said it, Pharaoh. Like if you release Suicide Squad as a closed single player experience, even if you did it as just you could do it as a co-op. They could have done a co-op version of that game, 4-player online, not live service, just literally play the single player or have your buddies join you while you play the single player. You know what I'm saying? Like just basically allow you to move forward in the story, but the other characters are controlled by your peoples.
And
Great.
there's single player games that still sell you content. It doesn't have to be a full-on live service game. You can,
of course.
So you can still sell DLC, you can still sell skins. I mean, there's still ways to monetize outside of it being live service.
Live service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are versions of it. And maybe when you're stepping into a space that you're not necessarily comfortable with, maybe ease yourself into it rather than just ripping the full Band-Aid and thinking that you're just gonna, you know, pop right off the bat. But this, again, this is a strategic move. It sounds like, you know, desperation at this point. This is survival mode. And they are in a situation where they have to do this in order to move forward. I get it. They need to go ahead and find their swag again, and they need to convince people that, you know, we're still relevant and we're still here and we're still making things that you want to play. They have to kind of recoup their reputation when it comes to delivering great games, or, you know, it can all just get worse, right? If they don't go ahead and clean things up. And I do think within the world we live today, the way that people are reacting to a lot of these games, going ahead and after hitting all these walls, releasing a Wonder Woman game, I think that would be like detrimental to
I don't think it would have
to
hit.
WB.
It would have been amazing. I mean, it's supposed
even
to be
if it
single
were,
player.
yeah.
It's supposed to be single player, right? I just think that I don't think you come in with that. I
think it's an add-on later. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you release Batman and it fucking kills, and then you have like Wonder Woman in there for a second, you know what I'm saying? Like introduce her in the game
ease
for
people
a reason,
into it,
and then give her own adventure. Then it'll make
according
sense
to how people respond to her, right?
Yep.
Because if we're getting the same response as, you know, with Spider-Man 2 and MJ, like, why is she there? Why does she get so much time? How is she running around? Like, if that's the response that people give you, then stay away from it. But you don't go in and release that game right now. You can't.
I would say if they're going to expand beyond Batman, because they already got the Batman thing down pat, but I do think they need to do Batman Beyond. I think that does need to happen at some point. But also, they need to do Green Lantern. Green Lantern is their most versatile hero because they can keep making sequels with a new Green Lantern every single time. It doesn't have to be the same Green Lantern. So you can get a new story, a new Green Lantern, new things that he's personally going through. So Green Lantern would be great. And another one that would make for great gameplay is Static Shock. His skill set makes for a really fun game. So I think those are
Static Shock.
Yeah. If you make a grown it's a superhero. He controls electricity and he has like a little, he uses what does he use? A sewer cover to fly around. He like electrifies it and he uses it to magnetically propel himself through the city. He would make a good video game character.
Yeah.
With his skill set. So I would go Static and Green Lantern because I think Green Lantern is the most versatile one. You can pump out a new Green Lantern game every 2-3 years and you know it will be a different Green Lantern. So I think that'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have to do something. They're kind of wasting
what they have.
Wasting it, right?
Yeah.
Like they have DC. This is I mean, it may not be the most popular thing in the world, but they have popular fucking characters.
Yeah. It's difficult.
Make shit with.
It's difficult. They have something that could potentially do amazing things, but they don't have the means to go ahead and support it in the way that these characters need to be presented out there. And when you think of that, you think who better than Xbox, right, to step in and kind of be able to highlight your superheroes and their games and kind of be able to have the tech that you need, the time that you need, the support that you need to put out a game that will be worth freaking the attention of the players. It's difficult again when you are just getting by and trying to go ahead and do something. It's like the IP is just sitting there wasting away. I think they would do great things with this over at Xbox. It's a waste, but I also understand because once you when it's over, right? But the last thing you want, again, they're in a worse situation right now than they were when we first heard that they were in trouble, right? And if they continue towards the next step, and that next step is not showing people that they are creative and that they have swag, you're in big trouble. Big trouble.
Let me get these super chats real quick, and then I get my boy Fuzzy in here. Devil Flow Gaming, my dude, with that $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Says Fable looks crazy. Ponies are fuming. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're real butthurt.
And hoping.
Facts. Thanks. Boss Red 77 with that $5
what's
super chat,
good?
man. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Says Wonder Woman is a well-established character. If the backdrop of her world was surrounded around fantasy, much like God of War, the game would sell millions. I mean, there's definitely a road to make a dope-ass Wonder Woman game that can kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely exists. It's the risk that they're willing to take.
I mean, we say it all the time. One game can take out an entire freaking studio, right?
Yeah.
And it's over and done. They've already hit those walls. They've already had those hiccups, right? So if they come out here and it's another miss, it's just goodbye. Right? And look at how long it takes for them to go ahead and put out a Batman game. You know, CMoney, you were livid. It took you so long to get over the fact that they came out here and instead of bringing Batman back, they had Suicide Squad. And, you know, you were right. If they had put out a new Batman game, they wouldn't be in this situation.
And it's like now it's too little too late because let's be clear, the Rocksteady that's making that Batman game is not the Rocksteady that made those Batman games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the guy left.
The same. They left. So like, yeah, you're gonna do like the what was the other one? What was it? What was that side Batman? Origins. Arkham Origins, that they had a different company make a Batman. And it's like, yeah, you know, that was good. That wasn't a bad game. But it's not like you didn't look for that game to do something new and exciting. They took what was already there and just gave you a new story. And, you know, they did what they could, but it's like, it was Rocksteady who was leading the way. Like Rocksteady who was making moves. And this just, you know, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because I don't think that this, whatever they're going to make is going to live up to the hype for me, which would be a big disappointment. And again, before we get Farrell, one more Fuzzy, Dark Angelic with that Xbox butter. Polish the butter. With that 2 hours super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
I mean, actually, just real quick, just so I'm not feeling like I'm crazy. Was there anything? This was that long ass shit that we read, right? So it was a statement that they reached out to them for. So that's what it was. So that's what that long ass fucking email was. And I feel like it was just some like intern who wrote that shit. Like, fuck it, I got this. I'll handle it. All right, go ahead, Fuzzy. So what do you think about this whole thing?
Okay, so I know people have clipped me about stuff I've said about IGN and things like that, and I'm gonna say it again. I put the blame squarely on the gaming media, not as a whole, but there are certain, I guess you could say, responsible subjects within it that have made gaming not appear to at least the casuals as fun as it should be. Like, it felt like IGN, and I'm not going to point the finger squarely at Destin, but there were others at that same time that it seemed like they made it their job to kill Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Like, it was like every day they wanted to point out something bad about the game. It was almost like they were hate playing it. And then I think at some point, Destin finally got to a point where he enjoyed it. But at that point, you had already assassinated the game over and over again, that the casual market...
The damage was done.
Yeah, the damage was done. The casual market's not going to buy this game now. They're not going to give it a chance. Like, had they given it a chance, we would have probably already had the Batman game. Now, I know it would probably been better if they had released a Batman game prior, but I remember some of the confusion that was going on behind the scenes at WB beforehand, because if I'm not mistaken, Rocksteady was originally the ones that were supposed to do Gotham Knights. And the Suicide Squad thing was another dev team within WB that was supposed to do it. Or at least that's what I remember, that at some point there was a switch off, and whoever wound up with Gotham Knights didn't have it originally, and then Rocksteady got stuck with Suicide Squad. So that felt weird. Whether that's mismanagement or whatever the case may be, so be it. I mean, it's already over and done with, but it just felt like the gaming media, as they usually do these days, with certain games that just aren't PlayStation games, it seems. They do it with Xbox, they do it with other third parties. If you make a game that isn't exactly what they want or what they envision that game to be, then they're going to do their damnedest to kill that game.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's a way for, you know, a WB to avoid that or counter that. I mean, they did help in some regards by not doing the, you know, the embargo early access type of thing to some extent, but then, you know, the gaming media tends to flip that as like, uh-oh, there must be problems with the game if they won't give it to us early. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But like it's sad to see that WB is going through this. Like, yeah, there was a lot of us that were cheering on, hey, Xbox, come in and swoop in and save them and stuff like that. But it just feels like because WB was too proud to, or maybe they were trying to be greedy in the sense of not selling the DC IP to go along with some of those studios or some of the IP in general with those studios, that made it a no-brainer deal to bother with, because you can get that talent by quietly recruiting them to your other studios that you already have. So acquiring a Rocksteady or a Monolith or NetherRealm without the IP, I mean, sure, you get what's his name from NetherRealm possibly, but it would make more sense to recruit them outside of that if the IP of, like, you know, Mortal Kombat isn't coming with it, type of thing. So it sucks that WB has to
never leave NetherRealm.
Yeah, but that, like, I could see it's just weird that they didn't take steps to either partner on some of these development processes or work out some sort of deal where if they did sell the studios, which would have, you know, offloaded a lot of, I wouldn't say as much debt, because the studios were making money at a time. It was just a matter of with them being idle for periods of time where they weren't making games, they're not bringing in revenue because they aren't, you know, games as a service, you know, games involved. But they should have looked at, like, Wonder Woman, much like somebody said in the chat, like, make a game, not necessarily a copy of God of War, but like focus on some of those same things that people, you know, always try to get a hack and slash game to do, type of deal, and you know, incorporate some of that in there. You don't have to make it a live service, but if you make it, like, it sounds like they already spent hundreds of millions on it. If you're going to make it this big AAA game, deliver on that game, but make sure you stay true to, like, your I guess DC characters in the movies you're trying to sell as well, or get people to go to. And it felt like there was a lack of communication between the studios that do the movies and the studios that do the games to some extent. And plus, we haven't had a Justice League game, or what is the Injustice game in a while. So the Injustice game, yeah, that would have been a good jump off point before having like a Wonder Woman game, or before having maybe a Batman game, and lean into that, because even though maybe they didn't do as well as they had hoped with Mortal Kombat 1, but they always do somewhat well overall with, you know, Mortal Kombat in the long run of things. And the same thing with Injustice. I mean, Injustice is kind of a games as a service because of the way they do the skins and stuff like that, but that should have been, if you're looking for that games as a service, then transition that fighting game that's already almost there into a full-on games as a service. And I think that would have been the better move. And then
you mean that shit that they canceled.
Yeah.
The fighting game that they canceled. The what the fuck's name?
I can't. Oh, the multiverse. Like getting to the whole multiverse thing. Like, all right, I'll admit I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan. I was a Sega kid growing up. So anything that's along the lines of like a what is their like Smash Brothers type fighting game, or a derivative of that as opposed to a Street Fighter looking game, I'm not going to pay attention to in comparison. And I think even though it would have probably been silly looking to do a cartoon version of a lot of those characters in like a Street Fighter-esque type game, I think they would have had, you know, longer legs as far as being able to last longer without having to pull it down and then redo it a bit and then relaunch it kind of deal. Because a cartoon fighting game, there really hasn't been a successful one other than like the what was it, the Flash game that was Family Guy versus American Dad or whatever. Like they could have made that work with all the IP that they have within WB, doing that style of a cartoony fighting game.
Yeah.
I think that would have hit a lot better, and that could have been another games as a service that would have probably stood the test of time. But it's sad these people are losing their jobs. It's sad that they're closing these studios. It's sad that they're canceling games, and that we might not get to see, the Nemesis system in upcoming games. But like you said earlier, it makes sense that they couldn't, I guess, figure out how to integrate the Nemesis system into a DC.
I think that's very possible, dude.
Yeah. But
because it was really hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole idea was really hyped up. And yeah, I think we really enjoyed it in the games that it made sense for. But think about it. Like as much as it sounds cool, like what outside of a GTA, right? Or something where it's just regular people or no-name people that you don't know of, but in their superhero game, come on, you have bad guys that are bad guys. You don't want random, fucking guys coming at you. I'm pissed. You ignored me. You didn't fucking fight me instead of him. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was a good look.
No, but I hope those from those studios find somewhere to land. Hey, Xbox has got a lot of games in the works, so if they can get close to any of those Xbox, first party studios or ABK studios or Bethesda studios, I'm pretty sure there's availability for that talent. But WB just mismanagement seems to be the big thing as far as some of their decisions. And when they merged with, I guess it was Discovery or whatever, it seemed like they were more focused on that as opposed to games until Hogwarts Legacy came out. Then they were like, ooh, we have game studios and they make money. And then it was like they kind of lost their mind
for them.
Yeah.
And just to understand something, and this is actually the perfect analogy for it, or I don't know if it's an analogy, but just a comparison. This is why I tell you right now that one game can't save you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why I tell you why PlayStation, it doesn't mean shit if they release Ghost of Yote and it's an amazing game one year, and then next year they release one amazing game, and that one game in a whole year, these motherfuckers are trying to make money 12 months out of the year, not one fucking month of a game release.
Yeah.
That's not what they want, bro.
Too much out there.
Never save them. That's
too
why
much
they can't.
out there to release one game and think that things are going to be fine.
That's why they can't compete with Xbox. If they don't have the breadth, they don't have.
And this is also why that Muse program that they're talking about is so important, right? For people, for studios, right? For platforms to go ahead and be able to deliver more consistently games.
Especially for Xbox. I mean, I know some people are doom and gloom on the AI thing, but I mean, if you think about how much IP Xbox has right now, there's not enough people to hire to create all those games. You want a Banjo game really that bad, you're probably gonna need a little bit of AI help. If you want Conquer to come back, you want Conquer to come back, you might need a little bit of AI help. Like if you want, maybe this Fallout game to come out sooner than you would like it to, then it's supposed to come out, because apparently like it's pretty far away right now. You might need a little bit of AI help. Like Xbox has so many IPs right now. They're not all going to see the light of day unless they probably get a little AI help, because you're not going to hire that many people to make that many, games when you have that much IP.
Yeah, only to like lay them off at a later date type of thing. That ebb and flow of bringing people in, that's the part that's unsustainable. But the other thing, the AI stuff would really help, and Sony needs to learn this as well. Remember how we learned through the leaks, even though some places didn't want to cover it, how Spider-Man 2 cost 300 and some odd million compared
Yes.
to the like 180 mil, I think the first one was.
We remember.
With all of that, like you would think for a game where you can carry over some of the assets or some of the stuff is already, and you can update or reiterate on what you've already used to get that to production faster, keep costs low, and they didn't. You have AI do that stuff where I think the main focus that they tried to point out with the AI stuff is like, hey, we have all of these storyboard ideas. Let's see if we want to add a spaceship into this game that's, about a murder mystery, but you don't know if the spaceship stuff will work. Well, you can have the AI kind of do like a quick, not really a sketch, but like a quick buildup of what that would play out like. And then you realize, oh, this spaceship thing is crap. But we should put in like a boat like the Titanic or something like that. And you can, iterate it real quick. All right. Yeah, that seems to work. All right, let's have the team focus on this. Normally, you would have the team, a part of the team work on the boat part, another part of the team work on the ship part, and they're all working on this, taking up time, taking up resources, costing more money. And then they realize, well, maybe neither one of them worked because they didn't put all of their focus on the boat one, so it didn't look as good as what the AI could kind of give them an idea for. And then they spent too much time on the spaceship stuff, which they could have saw from the AI in a matter of days or weeks, that it wasn't worth the months or almost years of production time. So the AI stuff that Xbox is looking at definitely is going to be a game changer. It's going to be one of those things that studios like WB are going to have to at some point implement as well, if they can, to help cut down on their production costs. But what WB is going through now, I mean, it would be nice if Phil comes over there with a couple of checks to pick up some of the, I wouldn't say scraps, but like pick up the patent for the Nemesis system, put that Nemesis system in Gears of War, put that Nemesis system possibly in Halo, or another new IP that we don't even know exists right now, and see how it goes from there. Put it to use in some of your games. Maybe possibly pick up the IP for, I mean, I doubt they'll sell Wonder Woman's IP as a whole, but it's one of those things where, yeah, given the climate, maybe a woman lead character may not sell as well, but you can also make that woman lead character, have it in the variety of the different Wonder Women that we've seen in TVs and movies over the years. You pick the character. I think there would be enough people out there that'd be like, you know what? The one from the 70s is the one I want to see. So yeah, let me set that one up and then have the game play out that way. And I think you would have enough of an audience, maybe not as big of an audience as you would for a Batman game or a Superman game, but I think it's something that would, garner 10 million sales or maybe even more. And hopefully you keep the budget within reason so that pays the bills and puts some profit in the pocket, so you can have that team working on another game. But we'll see.
Start somewhere, right? So sometimes, even though you may not get what you want on the first go, as long as it does well enough and it continues to move forward, if you make another one and the revenue is better, there you go. You're creating a crowd, an audience. The problem is going backwards, like PlayStation has been doing, where they go ahead and release a game and then the next game does worse than the first one, and it's just a pattern that they've created. That is a no. That's a problem.
I think it's time for WB to give up, call it quits, get rid of, basically just do what Disney's doing. Like you're not Disney, but you have Disney's rival, right? Which is DC, right? So just license this shit out.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to sell it, right? Just license it out. But listen, if they had done what Xbox wanted to do, these people would probably still have a job, right? So they wouldn't be in the situation that they're in. Now we're looking at who's dealing with the consequences for the decisions that they weren't willing to go ahead and kind of realize where they are and say, listen, we need to go ahead and do this in order to keep things together. Now we're seeing things falling apart, things breaking off, and unfortunately people out there. People from these studios are dealing with the consequences of the decisions that they've made. We'll see if they're going to continue on that path, and potentially other people are going to have to deal with those consequences, or if they're going to go ahead and patch up the ship and keep on rowing.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
see.
definitely interesting. I mean, you said it. Sucks for the people who are going to lose, but they did say they might try to move people around. The homie Game
Yes.
Shark is in the building. My
Yo.
dude with that $5 super chat, man. Twinkle, twinkle,
Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
twinkle, baby. Says people crying like half the devs will lose their jobs. What if the half is the amount of time it takes to make a game with the same number of devs?
That's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It's that's the kind of that's the point of it, right? Like, you cut and you make moves so that you can be more agile and hopefully do more with less. But I mean, definitely a great point. G may be in the building. What's up, man?
Yo.
Says, can you imagine the Nemesis engine in a South Park game? That would be dope. That would be real dope. That would be real dope. Yeah, I think the Nemesis engine has great value. Like, what they created is amazing for literally any other game than the game you put them to work on after they created this engine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it in a superhero. You could do it in a knockoff. Like, that's the way. If you want to come up with your own superhero, like an Invincible, right? Or some shit like that. Like, if you just say, you know what, I'm gonna come up with my own fucking superhero. They don't own the fucking superhero world. I could make my own shit. And then you use the Nemesis system to make it where that's how all the villains come up. Because you did something wrong to one person, or you were fighting one villain and knocked one dude out the way. He has like a crooked like neck now. He just walks like this all the time, and now he becomes a super villain because of what you did to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that.
What's that movie?
That's all possible. What? The Invisibles. The Invincibles. Is that what you're talking about?
Incredibles.
Oh.
The Incredibles. Thank you. That one.
No. With the villain, he ends up he's supposed to be a good guy, but he ends up he lands in prison or something. I think Will Ferrell voices.
Oh, you talking about
that was a good movie. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that's good.
Brad Pitt is in it, the one I'm talking about. All right.
No idea.
Megamind, yes, Power Boss, my boy.
The cartoon.
Megamind.
When you were naming real people,
Shout
I thought you were talking about a real thing.
Yeah, I realized you were talking about a cartoon, and I was
said
lost.
That voice is
yes. That was really good.
Yes,
that was really good.
Let's go.
Fillmore Pocket says Coalition would have made WB some bank if they would have let them get the license to turn that Matrix demo into a whole game. Actually, it probably wouldn't.
That is a shame that demo didn't turn into more, because that should have turned into being a Matrix game.
I mean, everything was already there.
Yeah,
just add the story on top of that bitch.
They shelved some stuff that they were working on, so we could see it come later. I think the focus was get E-Day closer to release type of thing. Because remember, they were working on 3 projects at one time, and they showed that little example that had like that spinning black diamond thing with the guy walking through like an ancient, I guess tomb or something.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a tech demo.
Yeah, so they probably have something either Matrix related or something along those same lines that they're sitting on, but we'll know more probably after E-Day is released. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I get that, man. Listen, this is where we're gonna wrap it up, guys.
Yes.
I know we have some other stuff that we're thinking about
before
talking about.
midnight.
Yep.
That's right.
It's the new. It's the new.
That's right.
It's the new. We're trying to get it to around 3 hours. I think most people can handle about 3 hours better, and just makes more sense overall. So no more sneaking in at the very end. All right. 3 hours. We're good, man. All right.
Look at Power Boss.
Guys, thank y'all so much for rocking out with us. You guys are the shit, man.
Yes, thank you guys.
Shout out to everyone who was here live in the building with us. That means the world to us, so we thank you. so much. Shout out to everybody who super chatted. You guys are the shit. Thank you so much. Shout out to the homie Will Broke Boy Lewis.
Yes.
Went ahead and gifted 5 new memberships. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, we got to shout out all of our Patreon members and YouTube members. You guys are the shit. But our elite members over on YouTube are the homies Big Boy Mike and Dark Angelic.
Yes.
And our inner circle members, the homie Big Migs Gaming.
Woo.
Thank y'all so much,
Thank
man.
you, guys.
Appreciate you. And the first 3 people in the chat today, the specials were E-Rank, Culture the Canuck, and Be Nice. First super chat of the day was the homie Game Shark with $5 super chat. Funnily enough, also the last of the day.
Woo!
And our homie
Full
Will the Broke Boy
circle.
Lewis
Shout out to Game Shark.
was the biggest super chat at $10.
Yes.
And he gifted 5 memberships. So thank you so much, man. Appreciate you all. You guys are the shit. Bounty in the building. I see him saying, no.
We love you, Bounty.
Fam, go back to the beginning. Restart it. You know what I'm saying? Or go watch my Balatro. Listen to my Balatro fucking playthrough. You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Yes,
you.
you
We're
did.
doing
You
the
did
real
good.
things.
You did good. It was a group effort, Bounty.
The Buster in the building said, what the hell? How you used to doing shows until 1 a.m. when you basically falling asleep.
Hey,
nah, man.
If you want to push the show to 1 a.m., the tried and true way is start making fun of CMoney. that adds another 20 minutes to the show right there.
It does. It does.
That's not nice. Okay.
CMoney trying to get out before the real fun starts.
Yeah.
Where the chat starts attacking
or the fun. I call it abuse, but you call it fun. No problem. Cool. Yeah.
You
fun.
do call it abuse.
Y'all can like attack his like olive colored beanie that he has tonight.
It's not olive. It's Master Chief Green.
Yes.
It just comes off a little lighter. Okay. Than in person. All right. It's real. It's real shit. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Of course, you know what it is, man. We got the homies here live in the building.
Yes.
Tuesday motherfucking night. We got our boy, Foul Bizarre. Thank you, my dude, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie.
Thank you.
Look at the threats already coming in. Razor says, CMoney will make us do it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Farrell, my dude, let them know where to find you, man. What you got going on?
You guys can find me on Mondays on YouTube, Vitamin G Podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we typically have our episodes. So feel free to come through. Subscribe. You don't have to watch us live. You can always catch us later.
Yes.
So yeah, come through.
Let's go.
Yeah. Farrell, you should tell us a little bit of like how the show went. You know what I'm saying? Like how was
we didn't have a show. We didn't have a show yesterday. I got.
Oh, God damn it!
I got caught up with husband duties. So
got it. I feel that.
That comes first for sure.
For
For sure,
that
man.
makes sense.
For sure.
All right. Well, of course, you know who he is, man. The second person on the side, right there.
Woo!
You see him, the homie, Fuzzy Belvedere. We gotta get Fuzzy off on the camera again, bro.
I know.
All right.
With a beanie.
Feel like we talking to goddamn ghost, right? Every time we'll be talking, also the voices comes out like, oh shit, there's somebody else here.
Just all you gotta do is throw a beanie on, and that's it. You're good to go.
That's right.
Beanie on camera,
give some screen on screen time. All right, we're gonna get you every once in a goddamn fucking 2 weeks, man.
Damn it, Fuzzy.
Sustain us.
Damn it.
Right?
Listen,
I know you're giving that screen real estate to the other people.
If you want us to wear sunglasses, we'll rock that too. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all mysterious.
Probably too busy playing About or something to come on camera.
It's like I'm full game mode right now. Okay. Can't be seen. Thank you for being here, man. Let them know where to find you, bro. Are we we at that point yet, or do we have another scheduled out?
I got to figure out when the HorrorCon start for next month, like because I got to start getting ready for some of those shows for the wife and stuff like that. But I think we can definitely squeeze in some more for next month as well. Probably similar scheduling and stuff like that. But
all right, so we'll just keep it the same schedule, and if something changes, let me know.
Perfect.
We'll do. But it's always awesome being on here with you guys. Love just interacting with you guys, and then the chat, and just talking the great news that we're seeing with Xbox stuff and, gaming news in general, and, making fun of the ponies and their pony powder and their port begging and all that stuff.
Yes.
But man, if you got Game Pass, check out Balatro, check out Avowed. Hands down, well worth the subscription cost. Heck, worth the purchase price even. So definitely get those games. Attack that backlog. Even with Fable being postponed, yeah, we're still going to have a stacked year. So it's going to be pretty busy all year round for Xbox gamers. But if you want to hear my rambles and rants on anything gaming related, just follow me on pretty much social media, Twitter, what is it, Blue Sky, basically everything but Facebook. And if you're into horror movies, check out me and my wife's podcast Fridays at 6. Fright Night with Ferocious Fee. We're going to be talking about a couple of YouTube short movies that are horror and thriller related. Nice. Like doing those because they're always pretty cool. Like one that we did in the past was Milk and Cereal, and cereal spelled like serial killer. That one was a good surprise. It was like one of those like low budget, but it actually hits better than some of the big budget horror films out there and stuff. Nice. But yeah, nice. Look forward to being on here again with you guys. Thanks so much. Awesome. And
thank you,
man.
Have a good night.
Yes.
That's dope. Guys, thank you again for rocking out, man. Remember, we'll be back Thursday.
Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern for the On Point Gaming Podcast. And then we'll be back Friday night with the night shift. We'll have the homie demo here. I don't think Hargeet is going to be around, but shout out to him and his family. He's the shit. So that's right, Budster. I will not acknowledge you with the words,
not with the slander.
You know what I'm saying? God damn it. But yeah, so we will be back.
Hey, Reese.
And keep an eye out. You never know when we might just hop in and stream a game or some shit. Never know what happens in these hoods. But guys, thank you so much, man. We appreciate y'all. You're the shit. And with that, we're gonna end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.